Peace, peace, peace. Peace, love, and light to all the American Aborigines. This your brother Aboriginal Power. We got another Awake and Bake show. It's live debates, open topics. Make sure you hit that link, enjoy the live stream, share the live stream, and hit that like button. It's your brother Aboriginal Power. Let's get started. Appreciate y'all for tapping in.
Whatever it is. Hollywood. I did this for my brothers. I did this for my niggas. I did this for my ears. Yeah. I did this for my niggas, I did this for my brothers, I did this for my hitters. We gon' ride for better. My bitch look like it voted. This gun called oil and down. Nigga shit I can't condone. On the block I move like Cody.
For the ones who did me phony, shit get trigger, I keep it on me. So sound like macaroni. This street shit match your money. Keep a bitch from around the brodies. Got a bitch who grab the 40. I'm a bitch, don't squeeze it for me. I think out that brand new rolling.
I did this for my niggas, I did this for my brothers, I did this for my hitters. We gon' ride for better. My bitch look like it voted. This gun called oil and down. Nigga shit I can't condone. On the block I move like Cody.
For the ones who did me phony, shit get trigger, I keep it on me. So sound like macaroni. This street shit match your money. Keep a bitch from around the brodies. Got a bitch who grab the 40. I'm a bitch, don't squeeze it for me. I think out that brand new rolling.
Put a gang on how I'm coming. City shot these niggas running. I run through the city, I live in the city. These niggas ain't getting no money. They say they gon' take it from me. These niggas be all them droppers. Really got this shit out the mud. Nigga, my life was rough. From them bitches tough. Bitch, you gon' lie. You run in the trap. A little baby sucking you up. I'm from the trench. Me and my nigga really was turning shit up. Work for the law. Trap on fire. Really was burning shit up. Really was burning shit up. I did this for my niggas. I did this for my brothers. I did this for my hitters. We gon' ride for better. My bitch look like it voted. This gun called oil and down. Nigga shit I can't condone. On the block I move like Cody.
For the ones who did me phony, shit get trigger, I keep it on me. Put sound like macaroni. This street shit match your money. Keep a bitch from around the brodies. Got a bitch who grab the 40. I'm a bitch, don't squeeze it for me. I think out that brand new roller.
I did this for my niggas, I did this for my brothers, I did this for my hitters. We gon' ride for better. My bitch look like it voted. This gun called oil and down. Nigga shit I can't condone. On the block I move like Cody.
For the ones who did me phony, shit get trigger, I keep it on me. Put sound like macaroni. This street shit match your money. Keep a bitch from around the brodies. Got a bitch who grab the 40. I'm a bitch, don't squeeze it for me. I think out that brand new roller. Yeah.
Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button. I politely ask you guys, my family, to share the live stream. You know they be tweaking with my algorithm. They don't like Big Al to shine. You know what I'm saying? I need y'all to share the live stream. Shout out to all the American Aborigines. Y'all know it's a beautiful time to be an Aborigine, man. You know. Let's get it.
Whatever it takes. The alleyway. Finish from the past, yeah, you gotta pay attention.
Make sure y'all share that live stream for me.
Feelings from the past, yeah, you gotta pay attention. They won't say my name, but they put it in a mention. Too much sneak dissing, yeah, we need an intervention. Right before the fall, I swear my niggas, they won't listen. Right before the fall, you took them pills, you got addicted. Right before the fall, you run your mouth, you turn to dentist. Bring my niggas in the cage, know that shit get lonely. You was with me from the start, but you did me phony. Look my bitch right in the eyes, tell her she my only. Poppin' shit on Instagram, they don't even know me. Had to turn my savage up to turn me to the old me. Killers moving silent, so I gotta kill them softly. Lie better, little baby, better lie better. You playing the other side on God out. Trendsetter, no talking, I did better. They watching my moves, flying my moves. I did let up, I kept it aside. Niggas get shifty, I did something, I'm moving around. Had to get to it, this bread, something they want me to drown. Remember they told me I was nothing, I've been through some things. On God, baby, I can't front it. Feelings from the past, yeah, you gotta pay attention. They won't say my name, but they put it in a mention. Too much sneak dissing, yeah, we need an intervention. Right before the fall, I swear my niggas, they won't listen. Right before the fall, you took them pills, you got addicted. Right before the fall, you run your mouth, you turn to dentist. Bring my niggas in the cage, know that shit get lonely. You was with me from the start, but you did me phony. Look my bitch right in the eyes, tell her she my only. Poppin' shit on Instagram, they don't even know me. Had to turn my savage up to turn me to the old me. Killers moving silent, so I gotta kill them softly. do better. You said that you do better. These niggas playing at 50, I really got moved better. I got these on my block, I can't play round. I position on my life, I can't play round. We gon' get it back in blood if they stay round. Know them niggas off the drugs, they gon' lay down. I was love, you put me right in the middle. That niggas that screaming gang and niggas that wanna kill. They got feelings from the past, pay attention. They only sending shots cause these niggas want attention. Won't be no RIP, heli in the mention. Put threats on my name, make me turn them to a pension. Feelings from the past, yeah, you gotta pay attention. They won't say my name, but they put it in a mention. Too much sneak dissing, yeah, we need an intervention. Right before the fall, I swear my niggas, they won't listen. Right before the fall, you took them pills, you got addicted. Right before the fall, you run your mouth, you turn to dentist. Bring my niggas in the cage, know that shit get lonely. You was with me from the start, but you did me phony. Look my bitch right in the eyes, tell her she my only. Poppin' shit on Instagram, they don't even know me. Had to turn my savage up to turn me to the old me. Killers moving silent, so I gotta kill them softly.
Hey man, listen, I need y'all to hit that like button, thumb up the video, support the channel, man. We're gonna play this next little jammy jam. We're gonna get right into it. You heard? Need everybody to smack that like button, put some pressure on that thing. You heard? Shout out to all the American Aborigines in the building, man. It's your brother Big Aboriginal Power, man. Y'all tuned into the Waking Day Show. You heard? Let's go.
I can see your true colors. That's the fan, but nigga, I can't trust him. I can see your true colors. Over time, tell me where that trust went. I can see your true colors. That was my dog, but now I can't trust him. I can't trust you. I can see your true colors. Nigga, I can see your true colors. Nigga, just tell me where that trust went.
Parties and celebrations, getting money, fucking these bitches. We found some placement inside the city limits. It was small, but yeah, we did it. Try to bring too many niggas all around, yeah, we was tripping. Late night was whipping the bow, is what we called the will. How the fuck we made it alive? Cause the car was shit. Really called that bitch a death trap. We had plays to make, young niggas 16 whipping. We was state to state before this shit changed up. There was the good times. Remember when Kron grabbed me up off the bus line? Had came from DC for one of y'all birthdays and shit was cool. I met that nigga whole family, shit was cool then. Remember New, remember Breach, and that nigga Mitch. It was Tim Bean and Eli, put up in the wheel. We was on the west side, on some Wilmington shit.
I can see your true colors. That's the fan, but nigga, I can't trust him. I can see your true colors. Over time, tell me where that trust went. I can see your true colors. That was my dog, but now I can't trust him. I can't trust you. I can see your true colors. Nigga, I can see your true colors. Nigga, just tell me where that trust went. Nigga, just tell me where that trust went. Nigga, just tell me where that trust went.
Give me a second, y'all. We just getting started. Shout out to everybody in the building. Drop them fire emojis in the chat.
Welcome.
We're gonna play one more jammy jam before we get out of here. Make sure y'all hit that like button.
Once again, it's time.
Let's go.
Yeah.
It's King Isaiah, I'm demanding respect. I see everybody ballin' till it's time to connect. I see everybody killers till you hand them a tech. The cops read them they rights, nightsticks to their neck. 2 minutes chasing the check instead of checking priorities. Flexing heavy on the ground, but you still a minority. Fucking whips, your chains, or anything that came after. Misleading black people, you a fucking slave master. This is Genesis, I'm flipping the page backwards. Listen to intuition, we ain't got the same pastors. Me, I follow no man, I can't be programmed. This soul food set the mood like a fucking slow jam. It's time to eat up. I'm 10 toes down, who gon' defeat us? I'm living gold, Aboriginal. Check my features. Who gon' speak up? I turn up and blow speakers. My own teacher. I grew up with no leaders. Can't trust people. Why? Cause they ain't telling the whole truth. Get directions to heaven, but you live in the hell too. That's how I feel, keeping it real. Love it or hate it. Either way, they trying to crucify me like the savior. Put thorns in my crown, they knowing that I'm a king. We been crossed too many times, whipped and hung from trees. I am my ancestors from the past that done bled, and now we here resurrected. Bitch, I'm back from the dead, immortal. They can't kill me, I'm forever on the rise. They despise my genetics, it's something special about my kind. A descendant of the ones in the tombs. Brown babies coming from wombs, in tune with the sun and the moon, you feel me? If it ain't clear, it's time to switch optics. Cause ignorance got us moving in fear, and that bring them big profits. But I'm a prophet, so I kick knowledge. Cause the shit that you hearing on the radio got us misguided. They got our goddesses hating they real bodies, and the gods getting high off lean and pill popping. Bodies are still dropping. Is you paying attention? I guess not. You still paying to listen. I move different in my true image. Just too many projecting hate. Who gon' lift the whole world up and tell them they great? Who gon' tell everybody getting money, but who's spreading the bait? So we can buy back the block, start to better this place. Cause our skin tones is dark, it's divine mastery. The hair grown from my dome defies gravity, yeah. The real rulers of earth rebirth humanity. Facts. The queen's high supreme, call her your majesty. Facts. You better batter me, listen, don't be a casualty. Fuck a colonizer, we guardians of the galaxy. They super late, bitch, I move truth, fuck moving weight. Earth is our true estate, to let our lights illuminate and prosper. I promise I'm passionate with my power. I'm writing all my wrongs and balancing every chakra. Who gon' stop? I'm a dead at try. The reason you so scared to fly is cause you scared to die. But I exist on dimensions beyond this plane. You thinking it's all a game. When you open up your eyes, your energy start to change. We still traumatized and healing from all the pain. It's good versus evil, our enemies all the same. So I'm 10 toes down with my feet in the dirt. And when I leave Earth, you still hear me speaking this verse. This music is all my scriptures I've been keeping since birth. When I spoke them into existence, I was seeing my worth. My purpose is my perspective. I'm serving a higher message. A piece of the most high is written in my genetics. I speak for my soul tribe. We shed a divine essence, releasing the soul ties to whatever we find negative light. Instead of bashing out women, we heal with them. Instead of running from problems, we deal with them. And instead of killing our brothers, we build with them. So, fuck the illusions, we seeing the real picture. We here. It's more spiritual than physical, nigga. If you ain't trying to bring change, you invincible, nigga, for real. My message lives, it's invincible, nigga. And fuck being rich if you ain't got no principles, nigga. Crap.
Hey, let me say something real quick. All these years we've been calling each other niggas and they think we tripping. Have our own kind looking at us with resentment. But listen, you see, we not slaves, but we are the descendants. But this is a new age, so it's time to transition. Nigga means noble individual, grace and godly ambition. Cause we always make gold out of the labels that they give us. Cause this is our land, we were the first that ever existed. So respect your temple, honor your pigment. From the motherland to the other lands, we are
indigenous.
Shout out to everybody in the fucking building, man. Shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to Aboriginal Power. Hopefully everybody's enjoying their great grand rising. Hopefully everybody's enjoying their great grand rising. Make sure everybody hit that like button, man. Thumb up the video. Support the channel. We definitely need y'all to support the channel. I also want to shout out to the brothers and sisters that's in the chat. I want to shout out to the brothers and sisters that's in the chat, man. We want to go through here. Shout out some of the brothers and sisters that's off in here, man. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Shout out to Aboriginal Power, man. How y'all feeling this grand rising? Says the Wake and Bake Show, open panel. So anybody can pop in at any given time. You know what I'm saying? The call-in number is on the screen. Don't hesitate to call anytime during the live stream. Shout out to Yanetta Ya. Who else we got in here? Hold on just a second. Let's see who we got in here. Let me light my motherfucker. I'm about to light my wood up. Y'all get ready to light them backwoods, them joints, and them bowls. You understand me? We about to get it in here in a second. Prophet Levi, Chase Money. We got Rashad in here. Big Dogs, Philly OG, Pop Reed in the motherfucking building. Shout out to everybody in here, man. We got Truth Over Everything. Kevin McBee. All right? Turn up, man. Shout out to Snake God in the building. The realest N-word alive is in the building. Willie Jones, Trap Moses, Enoch, Black Wolf, Nahuda, Mississippi River Moro, Tyreek. What's up, Tyreek? Matrix Glitch, Leonidas, There's Matthews, Copper Tone, Snake Guy, Bay Anthony, and shout out to the rest of the family that's going to be tuning in here in the next little second. Man, y'all know they be playing with my algorithm. Shout out to my big brother, son of California, man. He putting out a lot of heat, man. The niggas don't even be supporting the channel. I think it's about time to take a hiatus. I'm trying to give y'all some time to turn up, man. We try to push this shit, man. We get into the last quarter of the year, and we want to make sure we end this thing out strong when it comes to this Aboriginal content. 2023 is going to be a very active year. We're going to be putting boots on the ground. We're going to be mobile in this information and organizing in each state. You know what I'm saying? By chapters. So, yeah, man, we got some real shit. We got plans. So we want to make sure we finish this thing out right. Man, for those that enjoy my channel, enjoy my content, and understand the time and work that we put in these live streams and having these discussions, hey, support the channel. The donation information is ticking across at the bottom of the screen, and it's also on the screen right now. So, yeah, man, y'all see the title, man. We're going to get right into it, man. What's the difference between the Indian, Aboriginal, and the Moor? This is an open debate topics, all open. This is just the preliminary question that we answering, that we putting out there, and all debates is welcome. Don't be scared. Hit the link. You understand me? Or call in. If you want to call in to make a statement, a question, challenge, or just to talk shit out power. You understand me? You know what I mean? This is your chance to do so. All right? So, you know what I mean? We got to understand how important it is to understand, is there any differences between the Indian, the Aboriginal, and the Moor? Are there any differences? I just want to get some of you guys' opinions before I go into my elaborate understanding and perspective of this whole ordeal. So, yeah, man, get some people to call in, man. Let's get some people to call in. I am going to drop that link in the chat. Let me drop that link in the chat. Let me drop that link in the chat. Shout out to everybody in the building, too, by the way. Hold on just a second. Let me step away for a few seconds. Let me step away. Turn that shit down. Yeah. All righty. We back. The link is in the chat. Let me make sure we pin that. We're going to mark it as. Let me know if that thing pinned in the chat. You know, yeah, man, we got to deal with this Aboriginal information, man. It's a lot of niggas that just be blatantly talking shit, hating on Aboriginal content. They go around from these Aboriginal Indian platforms and from platform to platform. You understand me? And we got to understand the importance of that. We got to understand how important it is for us to get into the understanding of indoctrination. Yeah. We got to understand the importance of indoctrination. Indoctrination has been very critical and detrimental to our people. Do you understand what I'm saying? Indoctrination has been one of the biggest downfalls to our community. Mainly the reason we don't know who we are. And they use indoctrination in various different forms. They use it in literature. They use it in symbolism. They use it in cinema. They use it in all forms of media. They even do it in forms of propaganda. Let me drop that link in the chat for anybody want to come on. We got one of the superstars in the goddamn chat today, man. We got Supreme Chief Holiday in the chat. If you ain't subscribed to my brother Supreme Chief Holiday, take y'all motherfucking asses over there and politely hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. Definitely a legend in our community when it comes to this Aboriginal content. All right, man. So shout out to everybody in the building, man. Man, like I said, the link is in the chat. Feel free to call in at any given time. Also, if you feel free, hit the call-in line. The call-in number is on the screen ticking across. So for some of my moderators that's in the chat, can y'all politely put the call-in number in the chat for me? Can y'all politely put the call-in number in the chat? Hey, so listen, man. A lot of these niggas came up. My perspective, the way I look at shit is not the same. See, a lot of you niggas is still got this little Indian paradigm inside your mind. And you've been stuck with this Indian understanding since 2018. You have not grown. You have not educated yourself. You have not understood and understood who you truly is. To be stuck at just one stagnant name is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And a lot of niggas run around still pushing this Indian shit, wampongs and all this Indian shit, showing you native looking motherfuckers that ain't even no kin to my people. Like, listen, we're in 2022, the end of 2022. We're going to be in the next year within the next 47 days, 45 days. We'll be in a totally different year according to the Gregorian calendar. And you motherfuckers is still going to be sitting here teaching this rock slapping, tree hugging, animal folklore, shape shifting ass Native American narratives. When our niggas is telling you that we was much more than what they telling you was, that you built all the greatest shit that you seen here. All this shit that they giving credit to Moors and giving credit to Tartarians and all this shit. This is just another way for them to fuck up the lie. You understand? The distorted truth. And you niggas keep getting into the muddy waters, not understanding that it's quicksand. And you niggas get into the quicksand, you start asking Al Power, what do we need to do? What's the next move? Listen, the next move is for you to understand truly who you is. A lot of niggas be in my comments, well, why ain't y'all talking about this? And why ain't y'all talking about that? Because I don't know, I don't feel like goddamn talking about it. You talk about it. You sorry motherfuckers. You niggas talk about it. You gonna come to my shit, get on your goddamn knees, and try to pull my zip out and tell me what? No, nigga, get the fuck up off your knees. Nigga, this ain't that type of goddamn party. We do what the fuck we want to do around here. Excuse my French. Shouldn't be no kids in this motherfucker this morning anyways. It should be a goddamn school. This the uncut version today. Yeah, nigga. No. Aboriginal niggas can't deport. No, we can't be deported. No, we can never be deported. But what we can be is held in exile in our own land. And since we have been in exile in our own land, you rotten motherfuckers done came comfortable with it. You done got so far away from your culture. You done integrated so far up the white man's ass that you don't even know what your culture is. You running around putting on all this goddamn Native American bullshit, and you thinking that you just the Indian when you are the motherfucking God. Everybody around the world promotes you. Everybody in the world promote the science that we created here. The world is nothing like what you think, man. This shit is real. This shit is raw. This shit is authentic, man. I don't listen. My channel been growing. Shout out to everybody in the building. We just recently hit 28,000 subscribers, you guys. We went from 14,000 subscribers last month to 28,000 subscribers this month. All right. So, hey, man, y'all keep doing y'all thing by sharing this live stream and sharing the channel and telling people to subscribe. You understand me? But at the same time, man, we got to understand, man, I sit back and I come with these narratives and I come with these perspectives and I give people the opportunity to have a discourse based off of these conversations. Mostly, it turns out to be a decent conversation. Every now and then, it becomes a shit show. And we're going to prevent that from being a shit show. I don't have to do this shit, man. Seriously. I'm not getting paid from YouTube. YouTube don't pay me. This channel ain't monetized. They'll never monetize a nigga who speaks on the uplifting and the elevation of the people who's getting oppressed. A nigga's channel like that would never, ever. I cannot compromise. So if they do give it to me, that's because they said, fuck it, this nigga is on one. But no, they ain't giving me no goddamn monetization. So when I come out here, it's not to gain monetary value, it's to get into your mind. I'm trying to deposit something inside of your fucking memory bank. You understand me? I'm trying to deposit something into your memory bank. You understand that? You know how important that is for me to deposit something that's so powerful, so valuable, and you don't even understand. I just give it to you. You just take it, you put it in your memory bank, you forget about it until something, a conversation sparks. And then you go into that memory bank and you pull out what that was deposited from big Aboriginal power, and you understand that what was deposited was a damn value worth. It was a jewel drop. It was a jewel dropped in your motherfucking in your memory bank, and now you can cash in on it with having the understanding and perspective that you need to have by understanding that we are autonomous beings, and you cannot decipher nor distinguish us from any other race, class, or ethnicity. We got Sister Betty on here. We got Chief Morning Thunder in this motherfucker. What's going on?
Hey, so I'm on my quick break, but I really wish the Moors would come up and explain themselves. You know, I don't. The only thing I have, the issues I have with the Moors is the fact that we as a people can't identify as that. The the whole problem with this shit, and it's so fucking confusing, and it just irritates me. I see on federal documents Indian and Aboriginal. All right. The problem is we can't come together because we can't come to the understanding of who the fuck we are.
Right.
Now,
Well, listen, Sister
I,
Betty, I'm not a Moor. I'm the
no,
African power. But
I,
listen, I've talked to enough Moors to have a clear understanding of what they mean by when they say Moor. But I've also have a, like I said in that same sentence, I have enough conversation with them to understand that some of them are lost and have no understanding of who they are. You understand what I'm saying?
yes, I do, but that's the biggest problem. I mean,
And that goes for Indians. That goes for brothers that claim to be Indians. There's brothers that absolutely are on point with understanding when they claim Indian and understanding who they are. Then there's people that totally don't have a clue what they're talking about.
okay, so
Put that blunt
for
down.
it,
Put that blunt down.
for instance, I know, right? So for instance, you know I don't smoke. So for instance, there's a whole bunch of federal decisions that have been made
Right.
telling people claiming to be Moors that a Moor, they gave the definition, and it was a final decision. A Moor is of mixed Berber and Arab descent. That's a federal decision. So now that should tell our brothers stop fucking going around saying you Moors, even if you think it
Well,
means dark skinned, because
well,
that's not what the court's saying.
no, you're right. You're right. You're right. But I can't always make my decision and discernment so proprietely based off of federal agreement or thing. Based off of the records and the evidence I have against the government from misclassifying people, for committing paper genocide, for having land grabbing acts that was totally amended in that without our permission. You see what I'm saying? These same people that establish Moors as what they are the same people that established the indigenous people as African American. Same people. So I don't like that what they named me, and I'm pretty sure the Moor people don't like what they gave to them. You understand me? These people are not right that's giving these names.
No, they're not right. But the sad
And
part is there are fucking people, which really suck. It's our people that did this shit. The Iroquois and the Algonquin. They got, if you look at the damn map, they got most of the land on the North American map. So guess what? Where the fuck did they asses go? All of them went under the corporation, under black, Negro, color. They're hiding. You don't even hear people talk about Algonquins or Iroquois. It's because it's us, and that's what people
well,
need to understand.
Yeah, a lot of the Iroquois wasn't, like I said, Iroquois is not one particular tribe for those that's
Right. No,
listening.
I get that.
It's
Neither
a
Algonquin too.
yeah,
It's both.
it's a nation. It's a conglomerate of different tribes, and some of these tribes that was technically up under this particular nation didn't all agree. All they needed was four different clans that was under the nation to agree. One of those being Cherokee, one being Mohawk, and I believe it's two other ones that I can't think of right off the top of the head. That dealt with signing these contracts, allowing the government to borrow constitutional literature and perspectives, which went into what we call the law of the land today. So potentially, like you said, Sister Bethy, we have sellouts. That's clear. That's clear.
It's disgusting, and
But then
I,
we got sellouts. We got sellouts. And so without these sellouts, we wouldn't have the muddying up of water of who we are. We wouldn't have all these classifications. We wouldn't have all these particular descriptive terms put on our people. And we wouldn't have hidden history of our people's history hidden. You see what I'm saying? If these people was truly honest. We can't say that the Fed regulated this particular term against a group of people when we know the Fed is faulty and corrupt at best.
facts. But you do know that Indians not taxed. That doesn't apply to the Native Americans. All they ask is pay taxes. The newly created Native Americans by the
Well, yeah.
U.S. They
Well,
don't fall under Indian not tax.
right. The Title 25 Indian, which is the Alaskan Native Act, no, it does not apply. But what is clear about this is that the American Indian on record, a lot of these people are not American Indian on record. So they're not taxed and they're not even Indian.
Who's not taxed?
So-called American Indians, for instance, have you ever heard of Cherokee Casino in South Carolina?
Yes.
Well, that's owned by the Cherokee chief of that particular branch. He's a white man. His wife is white. The leading people up under him is white.
But they're only
They're
not
legal
taxed.
and they're legally recognized as American Indians and is not getting taxed right now as we speak.
They are not taxed when they're on their reservation. Don't sleep that. When they're on their reservation. As soon as they step off on the soil, that part of the soil that don't belong to them, their asses is taxed. They are lying to you, Ab. They are lying.
Well, whether they're taxed or not, right? Because they're getting government funded for being this thing. And this is a fact. Whether they're getting taxed or not, they're getting benefits for being what you're supposed to be on record as.
Well, the benefit, okay. That's another thing that people have confused. The federal government don't give them monetary. They get welfare benefits and EBT cards just like the rest of the world. If you think this federal government is giving them a fat check on our tax dollars, that's not true.
Well, I actually know a couple Native Americans growing up that get checks 2 times a year annually. And
That's from the casino earnings, not from the federal
no,
government.
this ain't even casino Indians. These people have nothing to do with casinos at all. These are just regular old white people to me. I'm just calling what I see, right? That claims to be 1/16 or 1/8 of Indian and who gets Indian benefits, right? So what I'm saying is potentially
You talking per capita checks?
I don't know. I'm talking about annually government checks that they get from the government. I don't know if they per capita. I know it's government compensation. And according to the Cherokee Constitution, it even goes into monetary value and now allows so-called Negro or freedmen to be able to get benefits.
Well, yeah, that was in.
So these are monetary benefits that it goes into in parentheses when you read.
They're called per capita checks. They're called per capita checks. You know what these motherfuckers do? They have all the subprime loans and shit that people get. You know, you get them high interest rate loans and high interest rate credit cards. That comes from the Indians. They run that shit. And the money they get from that is what gets divided amongst their members, percentages of per capita check. This shit is crazy, and we could do the
Yeah,
same thing.
but per capita, what does that mean
Per
exactly?
capita
Is,
is
is ain't that like a small payment of some sort?
yeah, it's like the earnings from whatever they do. Like with casinos, they get per capita checks. Their members get per
But
capita checks.
right, and it's passed and is funded by the government. It could go as anywhere as minimum as $1,000 to $100,000 to what the per capita deals with in perspectives, deals with Native America. This is all government regulated funding from the government. This is government funding.
It it's their earnings because the government has control. I'm telling you, if you go back and you look at it, I'll show you. They still, the government still controls their monies. I'm telling you, these fucking people are fake.
Well, yeah, and like I said, per cap, like I said, I should do a lot of bills on per capita, which goes into the Gonzaga laws. Are you familiar with the Gonzaga laws?
No, I'm not. I'm sorry. No.
That's what tribal rules go off of. So when you look up Gonzaga laws, 483, it's going to go into it. So when you look at footnotes 337, it goes into government funding, monetary compensation, right? And I'm not going to bore you guys with it.
The flood, bring your ass up here if I'm so fake. Because you look like a $5 motherfucker anyway.
Y'all come on, hit that link, man. Hit that link. It's all open debate. I mean, I got another heavy hitter on here with us today, too, man. I got my brother 111.
I'll mute.
No, you ain't got to mute, Sister Bay. It's an open topic. We having a good conversation. You bringing some good perspectives on here, too. So, like I said, these people are not the real people of this land. So what you're openly looking at is a fraudulent act that's committed by the government, and they're willingly admission to it. You can't have a crime and convict these people and tell them that they're doing something if you're not the people that they done it to. So either you're an Aboriginal that's now a black, or you was never an Aboriginal that was classified as a black. Which one is it? We got Killmonger on here as well. What's going on, Killmonger? Truth, what's going on, Truth? Yeah, I think you got some feedback. He been on the road. Shout out to everybody in the building. The link is in the chat too, by the way. Call in number.
What's up, man? What's going on?
What's the word?
Shit, man. Leaving Wisconsin, man. Heading back to Chicago, man. On this road, man. I was tapped in listening.
Man, be safe, man, while you're on the road. Yeah, we have a conversation, man. We're just trying to break down the perspective. What's the difference between the Aboriginal Indian and the Moor?
That's a real good one right there. I'm glad I caught this one.
Yeah,
because I want to know the difference between that too. Because I don't know if you fuck with Seti, man, but Seti broke that down a little bit. He touched on that a little bit.
Right. I listen to Seti, and I used to listen to Seti coming up. I used to love Seti work. But me, as being a researcher myself, and really trying to look for the truth and not being stagnant and emotionally attached to information that I held dear at one point in time, I'm able to elevate my understanding. Seti is stagnant. He haven't updated his work since 2010, 2012. The same thing you hear Seti teach now today is the same thing he taught 12 years ago. He have not elevated nor updated it.
Yeah, but y'all but you really made me look deep into that shit though. I will say that. But I know for a fact it's a difference between us and these natives. Because if y'all saying y'all native, then if y'all saying y'all from here, then aren't you the Native Americans?
Right. And I hate to use the term Native American because it's so cliche and it gets used so much that the value of the term is non and void. So we use the term that we can use and add value to. You know how you can take something and make your own value to it. So we use the term Aboriginal. The term Aboriginal implies first inhabitants of the land. So you can be an Aboriginal from whatever continent or country you reside in. Now, from my understanding, my people has been here in this continent that we call America since the beginning of time. And so with understanding and information that makes me an Aboriginal to America. I'm an Aborigine to Tennessee. You understand me? My people are from Tennessee. I'm an Aborigine of America. You know, a native, anyone can be a Native American. A native just means one born here. And there's foreigners coming here every day that's having anchor babies that's born here. Technically, those children that are born under foreign auspice in America are technically Native American.
Yeah, they got that. You know what I'm saying? It's like a fucked up play on words. They using it to play on words.
Well, I have a lot of literature that interlocks Aboriginal and Moor and Indian all within the same synopsis. Only within recent time, recent literature, the definition and understanding of what a Moor, what an Indian, and what an Aboriginal is have changed.
Yeah.
And I'm here in the intricacies of it.
It's like it's been changed. It changed. It changed. It kept changing, right?
Right. It keeps changing.
Like, as a matter of fact, I was just talking to somebody about the Gullah people.
Okay.
And then they got reclassified, right?
Yeah, I believe all American Indians has been all the indigenous people has been misclassified. And not only do I believe that, I have data to support that as well. They have whole law and acts and programs to come over here to indoctrinate our people for that particular reason. You got Manifest Destiny, you got the Dooms the Verses, which falls in with the Pope, which is a direct attack of indoctrinating the people in America, the indigenous peoples of America.
But y'all still calling Marcus Garvey an agent?
Marcus Garvey?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not calling Marcus Garvey an agent. We call Marcus Garvey an agent based off of his own actions. If it walk like a duck, talk like a duck, goddamn duck. You see what I'm saying, bro? You was kicked out. If you was going around the world trying to build with so-called black people, you shouldn't be kicked out and banned from Ethiopia. You should not be ridiculed and banned from Jamaica. And your only last stop in America actually did not turn out to be a good route for you as well, because it was a lot of rich and wealthy and very intelligent brothers and sisters that did not agree with Marcus Garvey understanding. When Marcus Garvey was telling us to go to Africa, leave America, do you have brothers that was here saying, no, my people has always been here. We built everything that they got here.
Yeah, I can understand that. I can feel that.
Marcus Garvey was trying to take us away from our transgenerational wealth and leave it for somebody else. And we have to ask ourselves, who was he leaving it with? He would have been leaving it with the British. Do he have any connection with the British? Absolutely. They funded his first ship. They allowed him immunity in Britain. Why do you think he's buried there?
See, that part I didn't even know. I didn't even know, because see, a lot of people who are referencing work, they don't bring that shit up.
Yeah, he's buried in Britain right now, and he's not allowed to be buried in Jamaica. He wasn't allowed to be buried in Ethiopia dealing with Haile Selassie. As a matter of fact, Haile Selassie despised him, knowing that he was a fraud.
Well, damn. Okay, I just learned something today. I ain't know all that.
Yeah, Marcus Garvey was you got to understand, he had linked in with the KKK. Do you remember the meeting he had with the KKK? And then after that meeting, the KKK was pushing the go back to Africa Negroes. You don't remember that whole movement? That was
my research started with Marcus Garvey, when him and the NAACP were going at it. when he was going at it with W.E.D. Du Bois and the Jews that started the NAACP. That's how far I got with it.
W.E.D. Du Bois, a lot of them was working together. See, that was a fake beef. That's propaganda. Because that same American colonization society used Marcus Garvey's ship to take those brothers from America to Sierra Leone, into Cameroon, into Liberia.
Okay.
That's what W.E.D. Du Bois did. He linked in with Richard Allen and all them brothers up in Philadelphia, creating the first that church. What the fuck is that? That AME church.
No, I ain't never heard about that one. I got a lot of reading to do when it come down to that.
Yeah, man.
But I know for a fact. But cause see, I've been asking these same questions too. I just you know what I'm saying, just asking random people on the street, man, like what your heritage is. You know, more people from here, they say Cherokee. Got Cherokee on my uncle's side, Cherokee on my mama's side.
Where you at with it though, bro? What city, what state you in?
I'm in Georgia.
You're in Georgia, you're in Muskogee territory. Creek territory.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I don't even subscribe to those names because they don't define who we are. When you think of Creek Indians, you think primitive. You down there in the headquarters of Atlantis.
Yeah, matter of fact, this was the stomping grounds, basically.
Right.
This would be considered part of the Carolinas one.
All that would have, yeah, all that area would have been connecting cultures. They would have had the same repetitive cultures, the same shit niggas was doing in Georgia. I'm talking about from style, dress, and appearance was the same shit they was doing in New Orleans and Florida. They had the same. Yeah. They had the same. Yeah. Big dog, Philly OG, what up, dog?
Yeah. I had got missing on y'all.
Grand Rising, much love to everybody. Grand Rising.
Some disrespect, man. So I backed off that argument for a little while. It wasn't you though. It wasn't never you though. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of people do like to argue with the topic, bro. I'm not here to argue, brother. I'm here just to bring a perspective to things. Sometimes it do get into a debate to the point where we like to show our information if we get into these conversations with Pan-Africans, and a lot of Pan-Africans are cherry picked. Okay, let's just say they brought some African slaves here. Okay, how do you decipher between an African slave and an Aboriginal that was a POW?
I get what their phenotypes, because I got grandmamas with straight hair Indian noses.
Okay, let me touch on that perspective right quick, because that's a common perspective that we, no offense, we nip that in the bud. We don't use that perspective, because when you say high cheekbones, light skin, and strong straight hair, they're not describing my ancestors. You're describing the people who stole my ancestors' lineage. My grandmama didn't have high cheekbones and straight hair. My great grandmama didn't have high cheekbones and straight hair. My great grandmama was a Negro, and she was classified as a Chickamauga on record.
Yeah, but I was just saying, my homeboy mama looked kind of she looked like one of them drawings. But she a black woman though, but she just got that nose like one of them straight hair Indians. I got to show you a picture.
Yeah, show me a picture. Because a lot of our peoples will get confused on what the true Indian look like. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people look at it like, yo, who are these particular people?
Yeah, but when we get down to the Gullah Wars, I can see like three different types of people. It's like three different shades of people. You got reddish brown, and you got brown, and then you got these straight haired red people. So I want
But
to say
that's
this.
some mixed up shit, bro. Everybody think that the Indian, oh, my grandmother, she's Indian because she got straight hair and curly. No, that means you mixed. That's all that means. That just means you're mixed with the Negro. The
But that's a
original, the,
misconception, though.
yeah,
Oh,
well,
not to you, Sister Betty. I got a glitch. That one
oh,
towards you. My bad.
sorry. That doesn't mean that
Nah,
just because you have straight hair or curly hair or good hair that you're the Indian. Those are the labels that society has put on because they took and said all the white people that got a black blood, Negro blood in them is considered colored or Indian. But the full blood is look like everybody sitting up here on this damn panel. That's full blood. But that's why at the end of the day, Paleface don't give a fuck. He put all the Negroes and Indian in one category when they counting them up. Their attitude is all the fucking same. You got that nigger blood in you. You are Indian. That's what they tell white people that I have mixed. You are still a nigger at the end of the day. I don't care how much you look like me. You got that nigger blood in you. The racist white people. If I'm lying, I'm dying. I relinquish.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Listen, this whole narrative that they give y'all is not the truth, man. We was really a high class society here, bro. I'm gonna mute you up. You got some feedback, big dog. I'm gonna mute you up a little bit. We were a high class society here, man. I'm gonna keep it real. And these people came here, linked in with some of our peoples that was running the higher ups, and they sold out. They went down a different pathway. They start mixing in with these people, leaving the lineage to certain other people.
right. Hey, when man, that whole high cheekbone and straight hair thing, right? It's a lot of niggas with high cheekbones and straight hair. Like all I, like they got
You
this.
breaking
Oh,
up.
it's the shit, motherfucker. Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah, you good now.
It's the shit that niggas parents been putting in their hair since they that we've been taught and shit. But like everybody ain't had no motherfucking nappy ass hair, bro. And all you gotta do is just comb your fucking hair out. And once you put some motherfucking some anything from mousse to grease in that bitch, your hair gonna straighten up regardless. You feel me? So that shit just be like all misconceptions and shit, like like these Asian motherfuckers only want with high cheekbones and shit and all that shit. And then we gotta understand like they took a lot of picture of older people because they face, they older. They skin is droopy, it's saggy to portray a certain image and shit. It's like, man, that shit just be all bullshit. You feel me? Just my opinion and shit.
It
You
really
feel me?
do though. It really do. They'll give you this Indian narrative, and then the image that they show you doesn't match up with what the document, the Library of Congress, these literatures that's talking about earliest times, descriptive characteristics of the indigenous people here. It doesn't match up with the first eyewitness describing these people here. When they show you these images of the indigenous people here, it doesn't match up. And this shows you that this is a form of indoctrination right here. This is a form of whitewashing. They've been whitewashing and then acting like you since the beginning of the time. Blackface wasn't a clown thing. Blackface was them really trying to act like you. They used to sell blackface paint. Did y'all know that? They used to sell it. You go
This
to the market and get some blackface. It's called black. You could rub it on and look like a nigga. Why was they trying to do that? Because niggas had the royalty here. Niggas had the clout. Niggas was running shit. Y'all think Rosewood just came out of nowhere? Y'all think Tulsa, Oklahoma just came out of nowhere? Y'all think Wilmington, North Carolina just happened to pop out of nowhere? That was something that been going on. This was happening in every state. It was happening in multiple cities. They only highlight the ones that they destroyed. They don't highlight the ones that they didn't destroy, you know. So we really got into that, man. We don't come from a primitive background. These old slave narrative fake. My ancestors slaves. So once you kill that narrative, then you start looking at the architects of the houses down there, what they call antebellum houses. Antebellum houses is Aboriginal style houses. We didn't live in no fucking teepees and long houses. Nigga, we lived in them goddamn ranches. We lived in them goddamn colonial style houses with the porch wrap around with the swing on that bitch. You understand? You understand what I'm talking about? You go unmute yourself, brother Killmonger. You muted, brother. Go ahead. You got it. I got you. I'll unmute you.
Don't forget the tire on the wheel hanging from the tree so we can swing.
That's a fact.
I want to speak on has anybody read Andrew Jackson's Captain Log, where he did describe who he would fight during the Gullah Wars? Now he did mention black people. Now he did mention Negroes. He did mention the Negro.
He mentioned that himself was a Negro.
Andrew Jackson?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, that's a nigga.
Get the fuck out of here, man. So him,
Hey, but that's the reason.
Abraham
Lincoln, nigga. Franklin was a nigga. Noah Webster was a nigga. I can keep going on and on. They describe these people.
Hey, but that's the reason.
My bad, brother. Go ahead. You got it.
Hey, no, you good. But that's the reason why every time you hear about the Seminole Wars, the Yamasees, and the Gullah Wars, they always try to put this African and Indian shit involved because the description of the people is no denying. Like these are so.
Yeah, Andrew Jackson didn't mention nobody but Negro. But dang, I gotta find another phone. I gotta find my phone, man. But it was the first. What popped out the first and second Gullah Wars was the Seminoles when they won hand over the Black Indians. So that's what I believe started the first and second wars. So that's why I thought it was two different. It's two groups of people. It's two different tribes of people. That's what I was believing. So I didn't know that. I don't know if it's true or not. I got to do some more reading on that.
The Seminole Indians ain't a tribe of Indians. They ain't a particular tribe. It's a band of different tribes that came together. Okay. You understand me? And the Gullah Wars is the Yamasee Wars. The Yamasee Wars are the Omax and other indigenous tribes that was in that area that had amalgamated. See, the Omax settled in South Carolina, North Carolina, Tennessee, and Georgia. Did you know that? The Omax. You familiar with the Omax?
Yeah, I heard about the Omax.
Yeah, they lived in Georgia. They settled in Tennessee. They settled in South Carolina. The Yamasee is the Omax.
Okay, but they pulled up on in South in Central America, right? That's where they pulled up at, right?
Well,
they pulled up there first and moved up.
Well, technically, what we call Central America and North America is technically Central America. That's all Central America. What we call Canada is North America. You understand what I'm saying? What we call Canada today, that's North America. What we call North America today is really Central America. So when you start hearing Central and North, this is someone else who's coming to this land that doesn't have an understanding. So they're giving navigation points. North, South, East, West is navigation points. The America is the America. It's just one continent.
Yeah. Okay.
That's why when your grandmama fix something on for soul food on Sunday, and then the next nigga grandma in California fix something for soul food on Sunday, it matches up with what your grandmama did, and they're in two different places. The culture's the same.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay. Because I was at a point like, shit, maybe we ain't all from Africa. Maybe we ain't all from here. You know what I'm saying? We from different places, and just happen to get captured and brought here. You know,
You come from Africa, bro. That's the only thing. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You never was taken out of your land. They changed your name. They committed paper genocide. You never was physically beaten in the head, stuffed on the ship like sardines. No, the only ship you was put into was citizenship. They took you out of your natural birth rights and your sovereign capacity into becoming a citizen. They ushered you in on a citizenship. They can never physically put millions of people on a boat, brother. The only way they can put anybody, millions of people on anything is by forcing them into a citizenship, which is a social slavery understanding. You can put millions of people into a citizenship instantly, same day.
Yes, the social security number.
That's the
That's
16.
basically what that is.
Yeah, that's the 1666 Execute Act. You know who was ushered that in? Britain.
But let's just really be honest though about everything. I mean, God, like the whole contract, like if you really look into like the whole bylaws of it and everything, like in God we trust, like how can anybody debunk it? How? And we
Wow.
are slaves. Like we slaves. Like whether you want to admit it or not, you're a fucking slave. Everybody on this fucking planet right now is a fucking slave.
Well, I don't like to use the word
I
slave,
know you probably don't like to use the word slave, but it
and
is
this
what
is
it
why.
is.
And this is why I don't, because
Because people get mad at that word and then they feel some type of way about it. And I'm here, whatever, to sit up here and debunk all that shit. Excuse my French or whatever. My name is Amber. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland.
Baltimore in the building.
Yes, Baltimore in the building.
Pop, 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 pop.
But
Man, what
I
side
am
of
the
Baltimore
first.
you at, man?
I'm the first spiritual witness of United States of America. Whatever, it sounds crazy, but it says it in the Bible.
Hey, but
And
listen to this. The reason I don't like to use the word slave is because I rather
yeah,
use POW, right? And
right.
because when they came here, this was an active a mission of war. You understand me? Whether it was cold or not, our people became victims of this. And being a victim of that particular aspect makes us a prisoner of war. This is an ongoing war. Everything they doing is warfare tactics. Everything they do is war against us. Whether it's like I said, most of it is code. Most of it's done in the legal form. See, y'all don't understand a battle until you understand court battles. So when you think listening to these old stories, a lot of it is not physical. They make up and make it look physical. That's why when you look at Revolutionary War pictures, Civil War pictures, none of them dead bodies got blood on them. There's no brains blown out.
Yeah, but see,
They
and I
look perfect, pretty in the picture.
no,
You
and I
understand?
get that, and that's another thing. That's how we get brainwashed, and that's how we get stuck in fear. I mean, even with today, as far as like captivity of the black man, you get what I'm saying? Like, even though I'm all about equality or whatever, because our black race, like, we need help. It's just like I am not about to be one of those ones that's going to be, oh, black this, black that, and then yet we can't even help each other. Like, even during
Right.
this. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm just not. Like,
Are
we
you familiar
setting
with the
examples
Aboriginal?
is crazy.
Hey sis, are you? I know you're saying you've been rocking around in the channel nude, this big Aboriginal power. Are you familiar with the Aboriginal understanding?
No,
Well, all right, all right. And listen,
no. And
I'm
I'll
here.
be honest or whatever. No, I'm not, because this fell in my lap or whatever.
Well,
As far as
that was
like
the ancestors putting you on.
astrology, like if we want to talk about astrology, then yeah, we could
Well,
do
the
that.
Aboriginal understanding comes with a conglomerate of cultural aspects, right? Understanding
Right.
that
No,
you,
that's fine. I mean, if you want to put it in a different way, but let's keep to the basics of this at
yeah.
the end
So
of the
the
day.
basics is,
Everybody doesn't want to keep to the basics of the
yeah,
bullshit.
the basics, sister, is we're
The
not African.
basics is that every year, whatever, we sit up here and we go out for Thanksgiving or whatever, we buy all this fucking food for a bunch of motherfuckers that don't even fucking like us. Then on top of that, for Christmas or whatever, we do the same shit. It's slave mentality shit. Excuse my French.
I say
Okay.
Point blank
generational
period.
curses that need to be broken. That's what I say.
Exactly. Exactly. So when you have a person like me that is debunking it, why are you confused? Why you feel some type of way about it? Because I'm light. Which one is it? That's why I
Well,
said
I
it
can
goes
say
back
this.
into,
I can
but it
say
goes
this.
back into it goes back into the
what?
colorism of what they told you. Because I'm fair skinned or whatever. You feel some type of way because the brothers is probably checking for me more than your ass. You feel me? And that's not my fault.
Oh wow.
Excuse my French. Excuse my French, and I'm
Wow.
sorry, and I don't mean to be like this or whatever, but I've been
wow.
hazed off for a whole year. You feel me? Being called a pickaninny, being called a whole bunch of shit out of nowhere, and I mean racist terms, and I mean, I'm like, what the fuck? I gotta look it up. That's how I know that this was real. Half of the words that God even, because I'm spiritual based at the end of the day. You feel me? I don't get stuck on terms and labels and stuff like that, because that's how the hell we get fucked up.
Well, don't worry about what people think about your beauty. Let that shit go. But let's go with the slave
I'm not worried
shit.
about. I don't care.
If you
about
beautiful
what anybody else say
and they
about my
hating
beauty
it,
at the end of the day.
if
But
they
I'm just
beautiful
saying,
and
as
they
far as
hating
with
it,
the
fuck
black
them. Let it
women,
go. If you beautiful
no.
and they hate your beauty and they jealous of it, let the shit go. Fuck them. But now,
You
back
know,
to
you try
slave
to
shit.
change my words, and that's not what I was saying. What I said was that black women, between our race, between us, we look at each other a different way, and we sit up here and we put that between us. We put that stigma between us. And who started that stigma?
I don't know who started it, but anyway,
right,
slave stuff.
See,
the slave. I really don't. Cause look, I don't.
Exactly.
You know,
but they knew
that's real
they
sad.
Knew,
That's
they
real
knew
sad
that
in our
the gods
community.
they knew that the gods were of
we knock
color.
each other down.
They knew
That's
that
true.
We were of color.
I'm not gonna.
They knew that
I'm not gonna knock that. I'm not gonna knock that. We don't knock each
Hey,
other
hold
down.
on, y'all. Hold on. Let me get some control because it's getting a little wrecked. We got a lot of people.
And I don't mean.
No, you good. No, you good. Hold on.
I'm trying to talk about the slave shit.
No. Hold on, sister. Y'all good. I want y'all to stay on, but I'm just gonna rotate a little bit. You heard? Because we got like 8 people on this motherfucker. I'm gonna name y'all out. I got Big Dog Philly OG. We got the Flood on her. We got Prince Justice, DJ Cuddy, 111 Truth Searcher, Sister Big Killmonger. We got a gang of people up here. I just want to alternate the conversation, and we also got my brother in Smoke Signal up here. So I just want to alternate a little bit. I'm gonna allow Smoke Signal to get the floor real quick. Now I'm gonna go to my brother Prince Justice right after that. Shout out to everybody in the building. DJ Cuddy, man, turn up for him out there, man. You know the vibes. Shout out to DJ Cuddy in the building, man. Do it if you ever knew it. Go ahead, Smoke. You got the flow.
Shout out DJ.
Smoke, you got the flow, Brody.
Salute. Shout out to the channel, to the panel,
salute my
to
brother.
the chat.
Oh, he got the overlay. That's why I can't see them.
Y'all can hear me.
See, but once again, once I start speaking real stuff,
Loud and clear, Smoke. We hear you loud and clear.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you, but I can't
Hold on.
see you.
No, but this is something. Why you need?
I'm incognito right now.
Everybody see me.
Hold on.
Everybody see me, and everybody know who the hell I am really at this point or whatever. Like I don't.
Hold on, the slave lady. The slave lady. Hold on, real quick.
I don't have to.
I only joined the panel because I sensed that the contention was beginning to rise, and if this is being the case, I'm gonna sit in the cut until I see an opportunity to strike. Go ahead though.
No, I wasn't trying to be confrontational though, and I'm really being honest as I can, especially with the black women race. We do it all the time, and even now, whatever. Like a lot of dark skinned women feel some type of way, like why is it her? Why is it this? And why is it that? And it's like, well, first of all, I was born this way. What else do you want me to do? I don't know what else to say. You get what I'm saying? Like, you black, I'm black, or whatever. Like, let's get along. But no, what they did was, because you dark or whatever, you don't look like her, so I'm about to take away your advantages or whatever. So you keep that stigma in your mind and you feel some type of way. So no, you're not going to accept me the same way. So that's one thing as a black woman and as a black race, we need to let go of, and we choose not to. Why cancel me? For what? Because of the way that I come off? That ain't right.
No, we don't cancel anybody over here. We not that type of program. But hold on, sister. Hold on.
Hate, and it's like, nah, it wasn't even about that, but it was just more of what you were saying earlier. And it's kind of
I understand that, but listen, we on a whole nother different vibe over here, though.
I'm on here, so I'm on here now, and now I'm talking to you. Now you're really not talking.
Oh,
So
that's who.
I
Oh, that's who she asked to get on. Okay, well, I'll let y'all get it in, man. Y'all got the
okay.
flow.
Well, could you take the overlay down
I got you.
so I can see? Cause I'm cutting my camera on. Cause shit,
Okay, go ahead.
I I I can't see nobody.
I'm about to. Hold
Okay,
on, I
that's
got you. Give
fine.
me a
But like
second.
Oh,
my gods, they can't see them either, but they scared though. They
Sit
scared
the
Show
dance,
though.
sit
yourself.
down.
huh?
Show yourself.
Good night,
They
good night,
scared though, like
Wait a minute.
predator. Everybody know predator. You don't fuck with predator.
good night, good night.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna say. I'm sorry that you experiencing that, but
Right.
shit, that light skinned and in my day, that light skinned
I don't
brown
see
skinned
you
shit
though.
had. I know he got the thing up, so I can't see nobody. Oh, there it is.
Oh, okay.
In my
Oh, there
day,
you.
that light skin, brown skin shit played off when Michael Jordan bought his fine ass, bald head ass out. Okay. I ain't never felt like that way. Me, I'm brown skinned and my ass fine as hell. And I was the biggest dick teaser in my community. Wasn't nobody getting no booty. So I ain't have no shit against light skinned
DJ Kelly
girls or
hit the
nothing.
point for
Cause
that one, man.
my ass was motherfucker. I was so fine when I was young, bitches wanted me. But I ain't rock that way. And I'm still fine as fuck. It ain't got nothing to do with light skinned and dark skinned. I'm fine as fuck.
I just said you.
And I will pussy whoop a nigga in a minute. That's why I still got big ass Willie.
The pussy was you vibe.
See,
Watch out, man. Watch out, man.
That's why I still got the same ass
but that's
that I
another
got.
thing though, right?
But I'm
I
just
got
saying,
pussy.
all I'm saying is that light skin shit, let it go. Cause that's some bullshit. I got light skinned people in my family. My
So
sister
what that
way,
mean? You
my
versus
sister
this
way
ass
lighter than
on
me,
the low.
but nobody never got down like that and all that light skin, all that. Like that's some immature shit.
I hate that though.
Fuck
Like
that.
y'all
I'm
see
fine.
how she just
I'm
really
fine.
that's cool though. Like you played the 50 right
You
there. But
probably
it's like, this
beautiful.
is
You probably beautiful. You can't help it if you
I'm
was
cute
born
as
beautiful.
shit, but I'm a little
There you
bit
go.
whatever. Keep
That's
it on
how you should be
fat on the
thinking.
low, but it's cool.
That's how you should be thinking.
It's
But
cool.
I'm just gonna land my plane right there. So shout out to all the light skinned girls and all the brown girls. How about that?
You definitely did. It's cool. I don't like stuff like that. How do y'all have these platforms and stuff and y'all not really talking though? That don't make no sense. Like you should have just stand on.
Okay, but now I'm gonna talk about what I came to talk about on the
Okay, that's
panel.
fine.
As far as the slave shit, yep, you right. We are some motherfucking slaves. And anytime you fill out an application to work for somebody, your ass a slave. But when you got your own company and motherfuckers filling out applications to work in your company, they your slaves. That's the way it goes.
Exactly.
I'm just keeping it real. So guess what? Monday through Friday, my ass a slave for the government. I even got the right title. I'm a motherfucking public servant. Now, on the weekends, I'm the motherfucking boss bitch. Because I got my own company.
I wouldn't even rep that.
And on the
On
the weekends, I got my own goddamn company. And I'm straight.
I
I'm
know
straight.
I'm
Hold
not
on.
rep that shit, but I'm not gonna allow you to
Hey,
rep
now
that
your
shit.
light skinned ass got to turn your.
I'm not about to do that. That's not cool. How y'all gonna
Hey,
sit up here and let her rep that coon ass shit? That shit doesn't make any sense. Oh, 9 to 5 or whatever. Do it.
Well,
Monday
to
through Friday.
most
It's gonna
women
be
it
some
don't,
trouble. It's gonna be some
especially
good
when I
trouble.
speak.
There's gonna be some good trouble
When I
now.
speak.
Now you-
But I believe
That's
in
crazy.
starting
That's
your
the
own
most
business.
foolish shit I
That's
ever
what I
heard.
promote. I
Okay, so
promote
where's
starting
your
your own
taxes?
business.
Okay. Let me ask you this: Are you?
Hey, hold on. Before y'all go into that, I want to allow y'all to speak. I want everybody to mute up. These sisters about to get it in. This is a nice little discourse. Y'all hit that like button out there, man. It's your brother Aboriginal Power. This is the Wake and Bake Show. I want y'all to drop y'all cities and y'all states in the chat. Also, I want to give a shout out to Earl Willard for the $10 cash out donation. We appreciate the support. Shout out to Earl Willard. Thank you, brother. We appreciate that. Make sure y'all support the channel, man. Cash out and PayPal information is at the bottom of the screen, man. I'm gonna let these sisters continue, man. Shout out to these beautiful light souls, man. Be more. Yeah, you got it.
y'all want me to put my camera on so bad though? I don't know why. Like,
I don't
if
give a
I
damn,
really
man.
want to know, like, you feel me? I
I
had to
do.
do
She
a
sound pretty
Just,
as hell
I
too.
sacrifice
do.
for a
just
year.
shit me
You
Shit.
feel
with
me?
me.
Like,
I
so
ain't
we
worried about the
different.
picture.
Yeah, put a face on it.
Sylvia, hey Sylvia.
Listen,
Face on it.
Different.
There she go.
I thought I'd come up and put a face to a name since I jump in
Hey,
a lot of panels.
Sylvia.
But as far
Let's
as being
see.
light skinned, I don't know where she got that from. You know, I'm kind of light skinned myself, and my brother is even lighter, and
Hey,
we're
you
proud to be
beautiful.
American. Thank you, thank you. I just wanted to
Shout
come
out
in
to
and
the
say that.
queen. Shout out
I
Okay,
to the
just
queen.
I
because
enjoy
Sylvia.
these
just
panels
because
so much.
nothing happened or
Bye,
you
guys. Thank
to
you.
you, it didn't happen to me.
I'll go back to the back. Bye.
That's crazy. I
Shout
don't
out to the
understand that with
queen.
people. Just because you didn't experience the trauma or anything. And didn't they have like a whole segment of light skinned women? And I believe Christina Campbell was on it and another bunch of light skinned women talking about how their advantages were kind of like slighted and jaded and stuff because they were light. I do believe it was like a little segment or a documentary about that, about light skinned women being treated a certain way. But see, once again, because we're light, it's just like, how dare you even speak like that? That's basically how
Shame.
it feels.
This sounds like drama. Just
Drama.
straight
How is
drama.
that drama?
Drama.
Shame.
You're color coding the world, and we all need to get along, whether we're black,
But
dark,
didn't I just say
white,
that though?
red,
I
pink,
did.
purple.
I did.
You know, I
I
just
did.
don't understand where your
I
conversation
did.
is coming and going, and
I
Well,
y'all
listen,
did.
don't even jump on
But I said that's
I
that's
feel. Well,
women.
hold
That's
on,
the
hold on.
problem with women. Period.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I feel like
I'm
it's
not gonna
off.
fight with you. That's for damn sure.
Hold on. I feel like we off topic right now. Get back to.
For real.
Way off top.
That's right.
I want to get back to where we at with it, man. Hey, Smoke, what's up, man? You know it's free smoke live debates today, man. What's up? Anybody want some smoke in the chat? Link is in the chat, man. Put it in.
Yeah, I was trying to see. Man, I know y'all had a real interesting title. I was looking for the disagreeable element. Who?
That's where I'm at with it. So let's see if we have any contention. How do you feel about the difference between the Indian, Aboriginal, and the Moor? That's the question proposed to everybody on the panel. I'm gonna let Smoke get into that right now. Let's go.
Well, I think anyone who hasn't read the definition for Indian trying to make that argument need to be just a little bit more studious, right? Because we see the word Aboriginal in the definition of Indian, so it's like really like a mute argument. But yeah, I would enjoy seeing somebody get slapped against the wall trying to make it though. Any volunteer.
How can you? You know what? That's fine. Everybody wants to say I'm argumentative, but once again, none of the women.
That's all good. Listen, all good. We off that topic. Listen, we off that topic. Since we on to the theological shit right now. Man.
Oh my God! But if you for real though, if you're feeling a wee bit if your steam is feeling a wee bit low because of your light skin, you can always bring
But
it.
yeah, it landed me the first black woman to know the secret knowledge, though. That's the
I can make use of your light skin,
just
baby.
because I don't know your word, that makes me unqualified. That's crazy.
Your light skin,
where
your
Rocky at with her
your light skin don't
fine
offend me at
ass?
all.
Where Rocky at with her yellow light skin fine ass? Where she at?
Can I ask the sister a question? Can I ask the sister one question?
See y'all moving around.
What's up? Hey, can y'all
ass.
niggas hear me now and shit?
I
can hear you.
want to ask your sister a question though.
We can hear you.
With the ski mask on,
Cause I've
sister
been
with the ski
trying to
mask
say
on. I
something
want to ask her a question though.
Yes.
All right, everybody mute. I'm gonna let Truth get his question in, and Killmonger, you can ask the sister a question.
All right, go ahead.
Nah, let him go ahead and get it, bro. I'll catch you on the back.
It's a real simple question. Was your mama black? Was your mama Negro?
I don't even want to talk about her.
Well, damn.
Damn.
I don't want to talk about her. I mean, like I said, y'all know who the fuck I am. Y'all trying to make this like real funny.
No, we're not. I'm not. I'm serious.
No,
I'm not.
you
I want to know.
really
I
is.
seriously want to know.
I seriously don't know who you are, sweetheart.
It's not no joke. It's not funny. It's not none of that.
I'm
Yes,
not laughing at you. I'm not the flood. I'm not laughing at you.
Black. Everybody
I just want to know if your mama was white or black. That's all I want to know.
My mother is light skinned.
She light skinned. So
yeah,
was your mother?
so she's black or whatever. She's African American or whatever. She creeds as well as I'm.
Okay. Your grandmother.
What about my grandmother?
Was she light skinned too?
Yes.
Okay, the one before that.
Yes, all of us. Yes.
All right, so it's a possibility. It's a possibility That light skin trait that you have, it didn't come from love. It might have came from rape or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody said big
Okay,
lie.
once again, okay, once again, and what you mean by rape? Do you want to talk about spiritually
Yeah,
being raped, or do you want to
because
talk
my
about
grandmother was
physically being
raped.
raped? Do
My
you want
Man,
to
grandmother
do
was raped.
physical rape
your grandmama
or
wasn't no goddamn
spiritually being
rape,
raped?
Yes, she
man.
was, bro.
Because we
Yes,
can
she
talk
was.
about it two ways. Because we really
Why?
can.
Because she had a
We can
white
talk
baby.
about
Because
the
she had a
biblical
baby with a
way
white man.
about how Eve or whatever, really or whatever, is
She
not
had 3 of them, and then nobody
Yeah,
know where
we,
they came
we
from.
need to
but
chill on that R word, man. Everybody chill on that R
Yeah,
word, man. What the fuck
hold
is an
on. Yeah,
algorithm?
please. Yeah, we cannot use that word, man. Y'all trying to get me motherfucking dismantled off this motherfucker. Hey,
Need some
y'all,
smothered pork chops and a Capri Sun right now.
oh,
yeah,
you
man,
can't say
y'all
that word.
hit the like button. Hit that like button, man. Yeah, man,
Yeah,
listen.
y'all niggas gotta say rap.
Yeah, now don't even talk about it.
Oh,
Listen, because listen, our ancestors was not done that way. Just because your grandmama
no,
threw that
thank
old
you.
coochie, just because grandma threw that coochie on a white man, don't mean she was raped. I'm just saying, we gotta be real.
Exactly, and that's why I'm trying to, and I don't know
Grandma,
how to explain this yet
Bap,
because it's more
that ain't
of,
what happened, Bap. I'm trying to tell you, that ain't what
but
happened,
it's
Hey,
Bap.
more.
damn, it feel good to be Aboriginal.
they do.
Okay, great.
Even grandpa got some little mayonnaise. You understand what I'm saying? Even grandpa fuck around got some mayonnaise. So listen, and guess what? The white lady,
What is the actual word of Aboriginal? That's what the fuck.
you gotta
That nigga
understand.
say grandpa rapped the white
It's
woman.
funny because it's just like everybody know who I work through and work for, so it's just like why even it ain't even no beef.
No, we
But
don't. You need to put us up on game, baby.
once again, like I said,
Nobody don't know who you are, sis. Nobody
yes
does
they
not
do.
know who you are.
Everybody,
I
Hey,
swear to
listen.
God, we
Hey,
don't
hold
know who
on,
you
hold
are,
on.
I
sweetheart.
don't know who you are.
everybody. So the
Hey,
midterm
hold on.
of the
We don't know.
90s.
Listen, sister, we don't know you all, but listen, you got the
Oh, okay.
opportunity
Well,
to
let me
enlighten
go
us.
ahead and break this down to you,
Please
whatever
then
then.
listen.
Because no,
Let's hold on. Let's switch the energy. I
no,
want to say,
literally, let me know. Let me go ahead and break it
peace
down
and
exactly
blessings,
who the
sister.
fuck I am.
Peace and blessings, sister. Peace and blessings. I just want to come with that. Peace and blessings. All
Peace and
love.
blessings.
Peace and
Peace
power.
and blessings. All love.
Right.
Peace and blessings.
Yeah,
Funny.
peace
Right.
She
and
is
blessings.
funny.
Really, nigga?
Right.
She funny.
I'm
Peace
big
and
funny.
power.
Hey,
Wait
hold
until you
up.
see the end result too, because that shit gonna be
Hey,
funny too.
Grand Rising. Much love to
Oh,
everybody.
hell no.
Hey,
Can I give her some
I'm
That's
coffee?
from
what's funny.
Baltimore.
That's
Shout out
real
to
funny.
Baltimore.
Miss
Shout
Nine
out
to
to
Five
Baltimore.
government worker. No wonder she got the
It's
whole
my
time.
turn now, bro.
But we are off
It's my
topic
turn now,
though.
bro.
She's
We
the
are off
whole
topic.
time. Them government workers, oh, they be in
Jesus
on it.
Christ.
Huh?
Damn, what's
I'm
up,
a
Oh
sis-
man?
my
I've been
I'm
waiting.
a
God.
sister of
She just
love. I'm
came.
sorry.
They be in on it.
Hold on. Everybody mute up. It's truth turn. Everybody, please stay muted. It's truth turn. Please stay muted. Mute up. I hear some tipping and tapping in the background. Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all. All love.
Hey, look, I don't know your name. I don't mean no disrespect when I say Miss Lady because I don't know your name, and I won't want to say another word that might rub you the wrong way. Like I don't know what you went through in your neighborhood or whatever. You know, my heart goes out to you because I hear you pouring your heart out. And clearly, you went through some shit for being light skinned, but nigga, I'm light skinned too, and I damn near look like a Mexican. And I done heard all the Mexican jokes. And guess what? You looking at the darkest nigga in the neighborhood that will really get it the fuck in about mines and shit. And I don't have them problems. I have no identity problem. I know who I am. I know who my father is. My father is mixed. He is mostly white. My mama
Much
wasn't
love,
raped.
brother. Truth. Much love,
You
brother.
know, my mama wasn't raped. My mama threw that pussy at him. You feel me? We gonna keep it a buck. It is what it is. I'm here. I know who I am. I know who my peoples is. I know what side I'm on. All that shit. I don't know who you been around that got you like that, but that ain't us. We literally don't. Maybe somebody on here know who you are, but I don't. And we just
Hey,
trying to let you
MAGA,
know,
hit that
like
link, nigga. Hit that link, MAGA.
we ain't that. You feel me? We don't
Okay, well,
discriminate.
what
We
can
don't discriminate.
once
We don't
again, can you want
discriminate.
me to give you like a little, what, a sub to who I am? Because I already know that y'all know or whatever. Because like I said, you got a whole government worker
Mm,
on your panel. Like, so I know y'all.
What you mean? I mean, my mama worked for the Chicago Public Schools. What I
What's
supposed
wrong
to
with working for the
watch?
government? I need to make my money so I can take care of my household.
Hold on. My mama worked for the Chicago Public Schools. My uncle is my uncle is a sheriff. Why I supposed?
Why does my government employment? Well, wait a minute. Why does my government employment bother you?
Because she just woke up and she's a little paranoid.
Hey man, we need to practice
Hell,
some
I'm a
motherfucking
disabled
discipline. We need to practice some
I'm
discipline.
a disabled
Instead
vet.
of you using the resources that you
why
have,
do my
your
job
black resources that you have, why not use that for your own self? Do you have any land?
Wait a minute.
Okay,
Oh
first
my
of
Do you
all,
have any land?
first of all, I
Do you
help a
have any
lot of
land?
people.
Do you have
Fuck
any
yeah.
land though?
Hell motherfucking yeah.
You
You
buy?
do.
You have
You really,
land?
hey, listen. Hey,
Man.
Sister Flood, listen.
Doesn't.
Listen, Sister Flood. Be the
He has
wrong
no
motherfucker.
land, Amber.
Wrong motherfucker to be asking that one too. Listen, I ain't even gonna lie to you. I
Yes,
went
you gotta be new.
to Orlando this summer and we did a powwow there. Ate all you can eat fish and goddamn chicken. Had a good time on her. No bullshit. No bullshit.
Oh
She the
God.
wrong. Should have asked somebody else that one. You probably would have got him.
but let's keep it a bug though. Like
It's
my
somebody
mama
else
work.
that
My
I
mama.
probably
Hey,
would've got
sweetheart,
him.
come
I
on,
already asked
baby. You
who
been
I needed
ranting.
to ask. She don't have
But you've been
that.
ranting for
Once
like 45
again,
minutes,
like
baby.
I
You gotta
said,
show some discipline, baby.
like I
You
said,
gotta show
what
some
you mean show
discipline.
discipline?
But
Because you just
wait a minute,
jumped
hold
off the
up.
mic while people is talking, and that's discipline
How
itself.
did I
Like
jump
I'm
on the
quiet while
mic or
y'all
whatever?
talk.
I was literally talking first, and then she
But y'all literally cut me off while I was talking, and I shut
Man,
up and
the
waited for
host,
people to be quiet.
gave
And
him
then I jump back on and you
mic,
jump back in, baby. Like I'm not even trying.
I'm not even about to.
Damn, he breaking up.
Yeah,
He
man.
was going in too. I want to hear the conclusion of that. Hey, but yeah, to the yellow bone broad, the flood.
The what?
The yellow bone, you know, red, whatever. Yeah.
Say it again. I don't care. What you say?
Nah,
She like that shit.
Right, I don't want to isolate your.
I'm not gonna lie, I like that shit, but it was never a color complex though. I just, like I said, what she said earlier, and that's what I don't like. I don't like when people sit up here and play the 50 when you check them or whatever, because really it was all about between our race. And
I don't
we
even
do
know
that
what you're talking about at this point.
But we do that as women.
Wait,
period.
I don't even know what you're talking about at this point.
Okay,
I'm
right
lost.
now you don't know what we're
Could
talking
you help me
about,
out here?
But you know exactly what you said or whatever earlier in the chat, and that's why everybody was like, "Oh, Flood, get on." So that's why the hell I got on.
I'm talking about. Are you talking about the Indian tribes getting money?
Mind. I gave you cute, but
okay, the Indian tribes getting money, because that's who I was talking to the person in the chat room about.
What?
About the Indian tribes getting money. Because I pulled up the information from the Department of Veteran Affairs. I was waiting for that person to get on
your
so I
government,
could show them.
your government, right?
Stop.
That's what we do. We find
your
shit.
government, right?
And your point?
No, but see, you say that, but then y'all say that y'all this whoever y'all are.
Young lady, I don't even know what the fuck you're talking. Okay,
but then
I'm trying to be nice. How old are you? Because if you're born in the 90s, I'm just gonna mute my mic.
Why?
Because you sound like you're born in the 90s. You sound like my daughter. Okay, on that note, I mute my mic because I don't fuck with my daughter's age. At this point, I'm done. I'm done.
Shut up. Really? Exactly, and that's exactly why that your age, that whole period is done, because you don't know how to submit and sacrifice and listen.
Wait a minute, bitch. First of all, bitch, I don't gotta submit. Wait a minute. I never learned how to submit because my father taught me not to submit. I'm a boss bitch. I don't submit. Let's get that right. Let's get that straight first.
That's a
See,
problem.
this is how I got to deal with your 90s shit.
That's a problem.
My daughter's like that. I'm a boss bitch. I don't submit to nobody.
But you submit
nobody
to the
ever. Bitch, for 8 hours a day with my my 6 digits.
Hold on.
8 hours a day.
Hold on.
Who's older though? She needs to apologize.
Hold on.
I ain't apologizing shit.
Hold on. Y'all tweaking on phone them grade. Y'all tweaking on phone them. Hold on. I'm just giving y'all a little. Hold on. Everybody mute up. Everybody. I'm just giving y'all a little rest. Don't go nowhere. I'm gonna bring y'all back. Y'all just need to take a 2-second breather on my mama. Phone them grade. We don't want to hear no. Well, I don't want it, y'all young ladies, y'all beautiful young ladies, to be going back and forth calling each other names. Okay.
That's right.
Okay. Now listen, this kid. Now this just comes to show that even women can have a heated discussion when it comes to a theological or a different perspective. I love that. We're gonna be able to get it right. We're gonna get things back on track. This is not what we're here for. We are here for the information and the debates done in an articulated form and matter. All right. So shout out to all the American Aborigines. Shout out to everybody in the building. I'm gonna bring these suits back in just a second. I do want to allow the brother Prince to get it in real quick. You can unmute yourself, brother Prince. Shout out to the brother Prince. So you got the
peace to the panel. Nice to be on with Sister Bethy and Aboriginal Power. You know, it's always a pleasure. But yeah, I had to jump on because, you know, first the brothers were burning trees, and I wanted to participate. So I jumped on, and I noticed that light skin had a problem, since you like it. I'm glad she jumped on. You know, I thought she was going to reveal herself. You know, show who you really are. You know, if you're gonna talk about it, be about it. You feel me? But nobody had a problem with. Nobody had a.
But I'm trying.
Nobody.
But it's just like y'all trying to eat me already.
Hold on. Let the brother. Hold on. Let the brother finish. I got you, sis. I'm gonna let you get your rebuttal on because they talking about you. I'm gonna let you get your rebuttal on respectfully. You know what I'm saying?
The title is, we trying to find a difference between the Indian, Aboriginal, and the Moor. You know, the Moor always had beautiful women. You know, he went around the world collecting them. He had bathhouses with Caucasians, Caucasian women. We collected them. You know, we collected all beautiful women. That's why we that's why you have beautiful women to this day. You know, because the Moor spread their seeds. We welcome you. God damn it. I mean, even Sister Bethy welcomes you. I think that, you probably misarticulated an argument that wasn't related to you, but nevertheless, we welcome you on, and your opinion. It is definitely valid to us. I've dealt with a lot of what would you call light-skinned girls, and they grow up sometimes usually asking, folks are asking what you're mixed with, who you're mixed with, and shit like that, to the point that some have a little issues with who they are. Some know who they are. But I could see, especially if you're like still, coming of age, we call it, of this knowledge, that you might see a lot of dark-skinned women in your age category having an issue with that, because they're, I see that, as I cruise through TikTok. But no one on this channel, especially with the name Aboriginal, have a problem with red bones, yellow bones, black bones, brown bones. We don't have a problem with that. We embrace that type of shit.
I'm gonna let the
speak though? Hold up, because he definitely called me out my name, and he
no, you got the flow. Hold on.
Please let me talk.
Everybody mute up. We're gonna let the Sister Flood get it in, man. Baltimore in the fucking building, man.
Thank you. I appreciate that. What's your name?
This big Aboriginal cloud. How you don't know who platform you on today?
No, I don't fucking know. She's my friend. But the guy that was just talking to me.
No, that's the brother Jay Prince. You can call him Prince. Yeah.
I don't want to call him Jay Prince, because good Lord.
No,
But
Prince
I'll just call
Justice.
you
His name
Prince.
Prince Justice. Prince Justice. Prince
Okay,
Justice.
Prince Justice. All right, thank you, Prince Justice. Okay, like I said, I guess everybody must have been lost in the sauce or whatever, but I know what I heard and what she said or whatever. And what she said was, Flood, get on here then, or something like that. And then she was talking about the Indians or whatever, how they was the ones that created the interest, whatever. And that's not true. But once again, you guys have a government employee on your table, okay, that works for them. Like, literally, the people, the Nazi party, literally.
Well,
Y'all want me to
some
feel,
of us,
y'all want me to be less like
some of
angered
us,
or whatever, because I'm
listen.
pissed that I've sat up here and I worked 9 to 5 or whatever, and me working in the healthcare industry or whatever for years and paying my taxes and things. And then once again, what we had COVID or whatever, and what they do, they stopped the world for 2 years and they fucked a lot of people. So you want to be proud that you work for a 9 to 5 for a bunch of people that fucked us? And then even still, they're still fucking us. So you want to
Most of us,
say that that's fine? You're okay with that?
most of us are not paying taxes. Most of us got to work in the public.
Most of y'all are probably not paying taxes, but for her to mention that or whatever, and then to call me out my name, you sound very.
Should I not be able to respond now? Because she did.
You can go ahead, sis.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna let you respond, Sister Betty. Go ahead.
That's
Mute
my
up.
light-skinned ass daughter. Okay. She 30 years old now with her fine ass. And I try as a mother to teach her to use her goddamn brain instead of her beauty. Okay. She grown now. I can't tell my baby what to do. She 30. She's spoiled and she's still my baby. She will always be 2. Secondly, I work for the government, yes, but guess what? Everybody in YouTube know I work for the government, and I got a tribe. And guess what? My government job, I have to pay taxes just like you. In the unit I work in, not every government agency job is an agency that causes people havoc. I don't work for social services, so I don't fuck up people's lives. Okay,
Absolutely.
what I do. I don't work for social services. All state agencies are an agency that destroy. Excuse me, either. I didn't cut you off, Miss Thang. All state agencies.
Hold on.
Like I said,
hold on. I'm gonna let you rebuttal. Mute up. Let Sister Betty get her dropout. Sister Betty got this Connecticut in the fucking building.
That's right.
All government agency jobs for the government are not jobs that destroy people's lives. I don't work for the Department of Social Services. I don't work for the Department of Justice where you get served time in prison. I don't work for social services where you snatch people kids out their fucking house. Okay. What I do is shut down a fucking building that you complain about that got rats and roaches in it and people trying to live in better conditions. I shut them motherfuckers down because I don't want my people living in them bitches. The next job I do that for the government is I go out and help the elderly that's being robbed by their crackhead ass fucking grandkids, and I put them in safe places. So little young lady, you stay in your little fucking lane with my daughter, because my daughter don't even speak out of line like you do. Government is my mic. And as far as apology from Sister Bethy, wait on that shit. It ain't happening.
Miss Thang.
Fucking respect.
Be disrespectful and shit, because not once did I ever call you out your name. And you know what? And by me being a woman of power and the person I am,
You called her an agent.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm just not. Like, me calling you a bitch.
So if you're a woman of power, shut the fuck up.
No, you shut the fuck up.
Hey yo, Bab. Let me.
But for real, she needs to calm down, because it's like, why the fuck do you have a problem with me so much? Literally, like, you called me out.
First of all, I don't even know who the fuck you are.
I don't know who the fuck you are, but one thing you
don't know me.
Sure, right now, don't fuck with me.
Shut up, bitch.
Good morning.
Don't fuck with me.
Go get some damn therapy with
your dumb ass. No, you need to get some motherfucking
You don't want.
The
You the
fucking
one
So
got a
bitch.
then
Do
problem.
hold
I
on.
even
Look,
got a fight
you
for
the one.
Did
what?
you tell
You the one
Zia
talking about
that
For
she was
light
what?
very
skinned
rude
shit?
to
But
me
this
and
Shut
I
is
up.
said
not
no
being
face
You
about
yet?
little
that light
dipshit.
skin
Oh my
The
shit,
god.
way the
baby
young
girl.
lady
Out
called
of
was
here.
Cruz. I understand that she's
Hold
missing
on,
the
Hey
check for her
yo,
COVID pay.
hold on, hold
It
on,
will
hold on,
probably
y'all.
come in her
Hold
mail
on,
can I
today.
can I get
hold
a
on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. It's just a lot going on. Please,
it
goddamn.
please?
Hey, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Please, y'all. Please, please, please. Bear with me. This is getting out of hand. Can I get everybody to drop a fire emoji? Can y'all hear me? We're gonna take a quick, goddamn 30-second, 60-second break. We'll be right back.
See my life is spinning, I'm a little win. I'm not giving up yet. If you with me, time to place up your bet. Ain't no turning back, got niggas who ran. When we caught his ass, got caught in that jam. Yeah, you know who I am. Yeah, you know who I am. I can feel it coming. I can feel it coming. It's that feeling in your stomach, you can feel it coming. It's that feeling in your stomach, you can feel it coming. Yeah, you can feel it coming. Fake love, snake you in your face, love. That snake you in your face, love. I told my brothers we gon' make it, that's how God wrote it. And the snake gon' show his face, cause that's how God wrote it. Too much fake love, that snake you in your face, love. Your face, love. That snake you in your face, love. I told my brothers we gon' make it, that's how God wrote it. And the snake gon' show his face, cause that's how God wrote it. Too much fake love, that snake you in your face, love. Your face, love. That snake you in your face, love. I told my brothers we gon' make it, that's how God wrote. And the snake gon' show his face, cause that's how God wrote.
All right, goddamn. Sheesh.
Woo!
I'm sorry, Ab.
Damn,
I
nigga.
apologize to the panel, and I apologize. I
Hold
apologize to
on.
the chat room,
You are.
and I apologize to the panel.
It's all good, Sister Betty. 563 area code calling in. You're live talking to Aboriginal Power on the Wake and Bake Show. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Yeah, I'm calling from Iowa.
Iowa.
Yeah, I'm just listening to the conversation. I just wanted to get in on it.
Man, go ahead. You got the flow there. Loud and loud, man.
I understand you talking about the difference between Moors and Indians, right?
The difference between Indian and
That's what
Moors.
you're talking about?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. Then they're talking about the government and some random shit.
Yo, go ahead. You got the flow. What did you
What
want to interject there? You got it.
What's interesting to me is Christopher Columbus came to the Americas. A lot of people think he was a black Spaniard, and he was with Moors. So it's like, I feel like the Moors are a large part of why America was taken. And I don't really hear that in the conversation a lot.
How did you get to the conclusion?
Well, the Moors were running Europe. And when you hear people like Benjamin Franklin, they talk about Europe. One of the things they talk about is how it was overran with black people.
Until?
And then if you look at the Indians, they trusted the Europeans when they got over here because they were dark skinned. If you look at the literature.
Yeah, but that doesn't make sense to me though. See, because I have a different understanding.
Why not?
Because like I look at like when you look at British law, when you look at what we call Britain, did you know that Britain wasn't always called Britain? And that what we call Virginia was called Britain. Do you understand that? So what I'm saying is, so what I'm saying is that place that we call Britain was called Albion. What I'm saying is Americans took this high class society government functioning system to other places like Europe and Britain. These people was called very descriptive terms in there. When the invader came and invaded that particular part of Britain, they went back to their homeland. That's why it was an agreement. That's why it was an understanding. That's why it was trusting of the so-called Black Moors, who I recall returnees back to America. So That's my perspective in a nutshell.
Do you ever wonder why the Indians didn't kill the white people on sight? Because they were not white.
That's what I'm saying. Absolutely. That's what I'm saying to you, brother. That's what I'm saying. They wasn't white. They was actually not even Britain. They actually are not even European. My thing is I've never met nobody that's Aboriginal, right, as we use it, to Europe. They either by way of somewhere else. And what I'm saying that these early return people coming from Europe was returnees. They were
right. I mean, that makes sense. I see what you're saying, but I guess my point is we recognize that the Moors brought Europe out of the Dark Age. Like the Moors taught European Caucasian type pretty much everything they knew. And so it's just weird for me how we think that they just lost their power. Like,
see,
like that,
I don't necessarily agree with that narrative neither.
What narrative?
That these so-called black people taught these so-called sick white people.
I mean, historically, that's what seems to make the most sense. For the simple fact that we melanated people have been around so much longer that we just have had a head start. And like, the white phenotype is pretty new as far as humans go. And so, like, that's why in all the old artwork in Europe, it's like Moors, it's black people with crowns, but they don't really show you that. But if you look on your own, you can see.
You breaking up, man. You breaking up bad.
Boy, that's smoking.
See what I'm saying? And you understand. So I guess what I'm getting at is there was a clash between the American Aboriginals and like what we call Black Europeans who got here first. The Pilgrims, my understanding is that they were black.
Pilgrims never happened, really.
From that perspective, it makes sense why things went down the way they went down. But these people were white people. Like connection between them. If you look at like the Moors, that style of clothing that they brought, like the pointy shoes, you know, all that fashion, it's almost like pimp fashion. That's what I wanted to ask the conversation because I don't hear it often.
Yeah, you kind of do. You hear it around in these communities. As a matter of fact, a lot of people in this so-called conscious community have some type of hatred or vendetta based off of what the European narrative has been pushed about. But you got to think about it. If these so-called Moors or ancient Aborigines or Indians that live in the people who came and colonized them and went to war to seize and take over their lands, promote them as anything great in historical narrative. As a matter of fact, they will do the opposite of that. They will demonize people term in the word in their historical understanding.
See, me, I don't think the only difference I see is we come from different parts of this globe. That's the only difference I see.
Okay.
That's the only difference I see because
I'm not sure if I understand what you're saying. Like,
you know, because J.A. Rogers.
Hold on just a second, brother. He can't hear you on the panel. Hold on. There's other people on the panel too, so brother. I mean, if you want to hit the link in the chat, brother, you're more than welcome to hit the link and come on the panel.
Yeah, I definitely will at a later time because I'm new to this. So like,
but I enjoy your conversation and your understanding, and maybe we can piggyback off of what you said, and you can get in the chat and get active with us about this conversation.
Yeah, one thing that I wanted to, I'm not saying that all Moors are evil. I'm saying that, what I'm saying is that within everything there's good and bad actors. And I believe that a lot of the reason why we're in the position we are in is because of some bad actors that happen to be Moors. Because you gotta understand,
are there any bad Indians that did anything with the colonization of America? Is there any people? Right. So
yeah,
and that's what I don't like. That's what we're going to bring up the people that fall, and we got three different conversations. Now, corruption from all of them, then we must mention all of them. Because when you only mention one and deliberately leaves out the other one, that seems like that deliberately leaving out information is lying to me. I'm not saying that you are lying. I'm just saying we must bring that up.
I feel you. But I feel like that's known. It's known that there's Indians that did it. Right.
Well, what I'm trying to tell you is that these so-called Indians that sold out are the same people that you call the Moor that sold out. See, the Indian that became unbastardized and became under Christian rule became this blacker Moor. As a matter of fact, the Rokende Moor was one of the first people to colonize and settle with the British, and Rokende means smoking Moor.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm bringing a different, just a different perspective.
So I'm gonna say, these Moors did sell out, and these so-called Moors are Indians, and these Indians sold out, and these Indians are Negroes. These Negroes are Aborigines. These Aborigines, right? They sold out, bro.
Yeah, that's all I want to just add to it, because I hear, like on Thanksgiving, for example, I'm hearing people think European automatically is white, and it wasn't white at the beginning.
Right.
That's why the plan worked.
Well, even the so-called scientific community says that the first human to occupy Europe was a so-called Negro.
Right, way back.
Yeah, they call them cheddar men, and they got images of them.
They don't think of the Pilgrims as brown people. They think of them as like white.
Because this is what the media and what school systems imagery push out. We were just talking about how history could be contradicting based off of the imagery. Now the story could be right, but the image is incorrect. So then in your perspective mind, you will see something and think that it belongs to a particular group of people, or that it happened to a particular group of people when it didn't. You're not having harvest and Thanksgiving with nobody that you don't know. Even today in modern times, it's your family. Sometimes they come from far distances. There was nothing like it back then. These was your returnee cousins coming from Europe after some invaders fucked up their system and land that they established. So I mean, it's very complex, but I'm trying to give you in a nutshell.
Got to add to it. And when I say Moors, I don't even know if it was black Spaniards. You know, it's black people from Europe. However they got there, I'm not sure where they came from. But that's something that I don't hear often in the conversation.
Right.
So that's just, and I heard that you were talking about Moors, but then it got derailed by someone talking about someone working for the government, and I guess how that's bad, which that doesn't make sense to me, because you got to work where you got to work. I mean, this whole government under it, no matter what we do, to demonize someone because they work for the government, united with someone for here, like we're under the system that we're under. You're going to get money how you can get it, and there's worse ways to get money than to work for the government.
Right. I understand that.
Can I?
Hold on, he can't hear you, sister. He won't be able to hear you. He's on a phone call. He won't be able to hear you. But yeah, I understand your perspective, brother. Yeah, man. People have their own perspective, and I'm here to encourage them that they are difficult to give their own perspective without persuading. And if they believe that, they should stand on that with any regard with data to prove their point. So yeah, man, I appreciate you for calling on too, brother. And if you're not subscribed, go hit that subscribe button, brother.
All right, appreciate
it. Hey man,
okay. Can I say something now?
Yeah, yes you can.
No.
I want to hold on. Y'all I said no.
I know. Who said no?
No.
Why?
Hey, but hold on, sister. hold on. I want to shout out some. I got to shout out to some of my brothers and sisters. And shout out to my brother Phil for the Cash App donation. We appreciate that. Shout out to the brother Phil. He said, keep bridging the gap. You understand me? Absolutely, brother. You know that I'm going to continue to do that with my brothers and sisters, no matter the descriptive terms that they identify as. All right. So shout out to everybody in the building, man. Let's continue. Go ahead, Flood. You got the floor. What you want to say?
Okay. The only reason why I was attacking the government is because one, what I am. I'm the first spiritual witness of United States of America. And basically a lot of people are upset about that. I was sacrificed as a child when I was born. I was switched with Angela Lashley or whatever, the person that made Murder, She Wrote. I'm not sure if a lot of people know that or whatever, but I was sacrificed.
Angela Lansbury.
I forgot her name. What'd you say?
Angela Lansbury.
Yes, Lansbury. Thank you. I always say it wrong or whatever, but fuck her. Like, she did some weird shit and she came to my mother or whatever. Just like off of, that's why when you guys sit up here and talk about like race and stuff like that, you really have to go back to Genesis. You have to go back to the beginning with this. And I feel really bad for Bethany or whatever, because like you really attacked me for no reason or whatever, you know, and you wanted to disrespect
Genesis
me
isn't
my
the
age.
beginning, though.
Huh? What you said?
Genesis is not the beginning. It's only the beginning of that book.
Oh Lord.
That's not the beginning.
Let her get it off, big dog. You know she all involved. She all involved in it, all into the story. Go ahead, man.
Lord. Genesis really is you know what? That's fine. I'm talking about as far as us and everything else and flipping the curse and all of that, but whatever. I don't even want to get into that. It's more spellbind. That's all I want to say. That's it. It's all spell of the minds. And even now, you guys are sitting up here.
Sister, all I'm saying, that Bible fake and that Quran fake also. It's mythology. Our people want to believe in mythology instead of reality. Step into 2022 and get out the Bible.
But once again,
Yeah, I don't need no Bible to tell me how to be righteous.
The mythology goes into reality, doesn't it? Doesn't it? I'm just saying.
Yeah.
No, ma'am.
Yeah.
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So every day you get up and you work for the government, right? Right? You work for the government or whoever the fuck you work for, whatever, 9 to 5, whatever. They get taxes taken out of your check or whatever, right? Do you get to see, 9 times out of 10, people don't even get to see that Social Security. Sometimes people get fucked out of their Social Security and their pension. So then what? What do you say then?
I say down.
But crickets,
I say
so much faith into the government, but yet the government fucks us so many ways. And then they have so much access to us.
The government controls that Bible that you're talking about.
Too, let's talk about how
it controls all religions, sister.
Let's talk about
the government controls that Bible you're talking about also. Let's talk about that.
Because it's a manual. It's a manual. It's a manuscript. It's not as far as us looking at it and being literal. That's the problem. We're so fucking literal and so lost in the mind, we forget the basics. Literally.
Well, I can say one thing. I can say one thing for this whole conversation, right? What are we talking about? The Bible? Who is the original people? Aboriginals, Moors, Indians. With all that being said, one thing I do notice is that you got a pretty face coming through that damn mask like a ray of sunshine, and that motherfucker warming me up. Yeah, carry on.
If you choose to stay in the mythology, you good. Stay in it.
I am going to stay in the mythology because now
we know 90% of black people are, and that's why we lost.
Now look, I get called a bitch or whatever from some old ass woman, no offense or whatever, even though you disrespected me like a
Stop,
I was about to say
yo.
I didn't
but
call
I'm
you by
not
no
Stop.
even
name.
about to,
So you
you
Stop.
feel
throw
me?
you
Only
Stop.
can
reason
throw
why the hell I
stones if
blew
you
and
want
left
to
because
get
she really
respect.
did. And it was kind of like, damn. Like, first of all, whatever, I just saved your black ass. You get what I'm saying? Because my black ass, I could have sat up here and said, fuck this shit. Let me go ahead and get a 9 to 5 and forget what the fuck my father came down here and said to me. You get what I'm saying? Nobody knows what that feels like when you have somebody talking to you and God talking to you and say, hey, Amber, I need you to do this for me real quick. I need you to submit to me. That's what I mean by submitting. When you were sitting up there talking about, oh, I don't submit to no man. That's probably why the fuck you probably single. Because you don't submit. You don't know how to serve no black man. That's
Oh,
the problem.
sorry.
Women
I got
need
Big
to
Willie.
learn.
I got
Women
Big
need to
Willie. I
learn.
got witnesses.
Women need
Hey,
to learn
Willie.
how to serve
I
God
got Big Willie.
first.
I got Big Willie.
Serve God first, then know how to submit to a black
What
man.
God?
I'm just
You mean the
saying.
government God?
I'm just saying.
Okay, I'm not playing no more. Ab, I'm gonna mute my mic. I can't do it. I can't do it,
Yeah,
bro.
I bet you can't do it. I bet you can't do it. I bet you can't do it. A lot
Hey,
of
but
women
listen,
submit
man, we
to
off
God or
topic
submit to a
though.
lot of people or whatever to sacrifice for the better and the greater good for themselves. Literally.
Right.
Like, she just sat up there and said, oh, I tell my daughter, don't submit to no man. And it's like, what? Why? Why not? Long as you have to use your own discernment who you submit to, though. That's the
Young
problem.
lady, it's a whole bunch of fellas up here. Let me see. One road truth. You a cutie patootie. Could you play with her for a little while? Cause I'm tired.
I'm married.
Okay, I know. Go take you a nap.
My age is getting to me now. I
know.
gotta get my little rest.
I'm
Oh,
married.
hold
Let's
on.
let the brother that was picking the fro out get to it.
Oh, you married? Okay, my bad.
Well, that nigga ain't got no throw. That nigga got a pineapple.
That nigga was grooming himself.
Boy, what you got up under that goddamn scully, boy?
Man, that little stuff. A little something I'm finna get twisted. Finna get these twisted up. Finna get my dread started.
You need to get
Get
them
these locks
motherfuckers.
started.
Man, for
Finna
real.
get these locks started.
No bullshit. Get them bitches started. I'm just fucking with you.
Yeah, I know y'all did be fucking with me, man.
You know we joke. We gotta kick off some sister
You know
humor because it's a
something that I
little.
noticed? Hey, Ab, you know something that I noticed? I noticed, and I don't know. I noticed that I never hear white people say that I'm European. I hear them say I'm Caucasian or I'm from a European country. But
Hey, Flood,
I
pop back
really,
on. I think your shit dropped off. You want to hop back on? The link is in the chat. Everybody can hit the link, come back on.
like I rarely hear them say it. They probably do, but I never hear them say I'm European. I normally hear them say I'm Caucasian or I'm white or Irish, but they never say hi, I'm European. Or they'll just say I'm from a European country. I found that to be interesting. I don't know. Have you ever?
Hey, Maggie, hit that link. Yeah, I heard that before, Sister Betty.
You never hear them say? Do you oftentimes hear them say they're European or more so Caucasian?
Shit.
I hear American all the time. I'm American.
They be saying now they'll say my family lineage go back to Europe. They say that shit.
Right, but they don't say that like I'm European.
No,
Like,
they
as an
no.
identity.
Most of the honkies I know, they say they white.
It all depends on
Yeah.
it all depends on how you ask the question. If you ask what's their nationality, then they're gonna tell you they're probably German or some shit. But if you just ask them what's their race or some shit, they're gonna probably tell you they white or they from Ireland or some bullshit. You know,
Yeah.
they probably got the question asked before, so they probably used to that shit. Because sometimes when we ask questions, we see some type of facial something. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, they say Caucasian too sometimes though.
Well, no, that's what I
You know.
normally hear them normally say.
I like
I
the
never
term
hear them
Caucasoid.
like I never hear them say that I'm European.
I call them
Right,
Caucasoid.
right.
I never hear them
Caucasoid,
say that.
Caucasoid.
Y'all know
Yeah.
what I call it.
And I just thought it was interesting.
I think for an intellectual way, the only thing we can call them is what they is, some Europeans, and that'll naturally take them off the land. You call them anything else, that's gonna keep them on the land, or opens up the door for them to call us some type of Ignorant ass name. So call them what they is, Europeans.
No, I'm not saying what we were. I'm not saying what we should call them. I was just asking a question.
I'm calling you out
That's
today.
facts, though. That's facts.
You
I
said
even like the word hybrid
What
European.
words? You said white people been here since 400 BC.
Oh, now you putting words in my mouth. I said 1,000 years.
But you know, I don't know.
But no, I'm just saying that lady that talk about that Bible stuff. She like a lot of people in that community that believe in that Bible stuff. All you got to do is confront them and say Genesis 1 verse 26 say we are gods. We was created by gods and God is plural. That'll destroy her whole nonsense of believing in God shit. We don't gotta cuss her out and treat her like she's ignorant shit. Because most people on this panel, before they turned 50, they was bowing down to a God or Allah. So break it down to a person why the Bible is sort of fictitious or why you have a disagreement. Just don't dog these people because you was on your knees bowing down to God and Allah if you up here dogging the Bible.
Who you talking about, bro?
Man, he talking about me. I'm talking about
everybody. I didn't say Philly. I said everybody.
Hey, listen.
I wasn't even talking about the guy.
Now they want to argue because you up here. Now they want to argue because you up here.
That wasn't really.
Hold on.
That didn't really sound like insults, though. That really didn't sound like insults, though.
We all come from an indoctrinated point of view. Whether you was worshiping Allah, whether your ass was Buddha, whether your ass was smoking crack. All right? It doesn't matter. You all come from a motherfucking background of some indoctrination. Bullshit. All right? So now listen, let's keep it real. Now, so that's not an insult. That means you have grown and you have elevated. That you should look at that and be like, damn, that's a good thing. Because some people are still stagnant. You understand?
A lot of people mad that that Bible connects you to America, but a lot of my so-called race still believe in this sky daddy. And I'll be hearing a lot of people say, oh, the Bible fake and the Quran fake. I'll be like, man, no, it's not. It says that we are gods. Chapter 1.
It do say that. It do say that.
So
we are God, but we're God like men because of lack of knowledge.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. I wasn't just talking to Philly, but I am directly talking to him. But everybody else that I hear up here too, that's my age or older, that's over their 40s, they always tell me that before they was 40, they was bowing down to a God like me.
Right.
Yeah, I've been denounced Islam years ago, not in my 50s. I would say in my, at least 15, 20 years.
So when an ignorant black person like you say, oh, it's the black people that did this shit. You ain't black, so you was in Muslim, so quit dogging the black race and try to teach the people what they slipping on. Like, look, you ain't a book of that God. That Bible don't got a God in that. That Bible got gods in it from Genesis 1,
I tell the people
verse 22.
it's all mythology, and that's the real answer. It's not reality. It's
that's evil what you do, Philly. You don't break it down for people when you was a Muslim until you was 50.
What it is.
You can't
it's
tell people when you're Islam. Islam means you're allowed to lie to people. That's
all of it out. Root words, that's where you
is Sharia law, my brother.
I call out all of it.
No, you don't. You don't call out Sharia law that allow Muslims to be a liar. So we don't know if you even can be trusted.
I call out all of them.
Why don't you tell people that whatever you claim, you could be a liar?
I don't believe in that shit. That's mythology.
I'm asking you one more time,
I
Philly.
call the Quran. I burn the Quran.
I'm asking you one time, Philly. I'm asking you one time, Philly. When you was claiming Allah, your constitution, doesn't it allow you to lie to advance the movement of Islam? Isn't that in your constitution of Sharia law?
Man, all that shit is fake, brother.
Okay.
Fuck all them laws. I go by natural law, nigga.
No, I'm just saying it's good to
you heard what I said. I go by natural law. I don't go by no shit.
No, you don't. You don't even know natural law.
Fake ass
you don't even
shit.
know natural law. Or you teachers, brother. See how easy that is? Except for slandering somebody, teachers, old nigga.
I didn't come on YouTube to be a fucking teacher. I'm a soldier, nigga. I ain't no
I know
fucking
you
teacher.
came on.
They
You
don't
came on
make
YouTube
enough
to
money
destroy.
for me, nigga.
You came on YouTube to
I'm a
destroy because
soldier.
anybody
I
talk you want
never
to
said to
destroy.
be a fucking
Get
teacher.
the
I
bells
never
out, nigga.
said to be, I'm a fucking teacher. You
Man,
putting
I'm
words
asking
in
a
my
simple
mouth.
question. I'm asking a simple question. Why do that Bible get hated on? And it's the truth. It say we
I
are
hate the
God.
Quran too. That's
Genesis
where I know
1,
you being.
verse
That's why
26.
you being a
Fuck what
fucking
you
ignorant
saying.
nigga.
I'm
Cause I
talking about
call
why you hate
all
on
that
an
shit
ignorant
out.
person.
I call all out, even the
No, you
7
don't. You
days
don't know how to
Adventist.
call it out.
And I show
I'm
proof
asking
that
you a
they
question, brother.
man-made, motherfucker.
I'm asking you a
Man
simple
created
question.
religion
The
to
Bible say
enslave
we are
man.
gods. The Bible say we are gods. Genesis
The
1 verse
Bible is
26. See
mythology.
why you
Do
cutting
your
me off? Because
research.
you got an agenda.
Hey,
You
big
got an
dog.
agenda. I ain't that goofy ass girl that's up here. I understand
Hey,
how to
big
confront
dog.
you back.
Hey, big dog. He
Just
trying
tell
to
me when
use
you
you.
done so I can
Hey,
talk, so
big
I can
dog.
show the lady
He trying
that
to
where
use you
she's
as a
wrong at with
shield,
the
bro.
Bible.
He trying to use you as a
I
shield,
muted
cause
up. I'm letting
look,
them talk.
hey,
I
You
ain't
know, I
all
used to
P
see
asked
emotion.
him.
smoke
I
and you
know
like that too.
Hey,
I
reality.
said the whole
hey, big
panel up
dog.
here used to
Hey,
be
P
I
asked him
cursed.
muted
about them
up, bro.
1,000 year
So what the
old
fuck is you
Smoke.
look.
talking about? I'm letting them
Hey,
talk.
I said all
look.
y'all up here used to
Hey,
have
hey, big
all of
dog.
us up here used to come from a religion. All of us, you
Hey,
too,
big
smoke,
dog.
if
He
you
trying to
want it.
use you for a shield, bro.
So
Cause
now
AP
that
asked him
y'all up
about
here
them
and y'all dogging
1,000
this
year
girl
old
for
white
using the
people.
Bible, now
Like I
y'all up
said,
here
I call
dogging this
all
girl for
that
using
shit
the
out. I
Bible.
don't just
Damn,
call
cool.
out
This
the
smoke sucking
Bible.
the hell out of
That
me.
nigga lying. That's how I know
Man,
he
just tell
lying.
me when
That's how I
y'all
know
done,
you
man.
fake ass nigga. I call
Just
all
tell
that
me when
shit
y'all
out.
done, cause
And
y'all
I got
blocking history, my
years
nigga.
of documented fucking things that I call
You got
Islamic
years of
out,
lying through the
Muslim
people
out,
cause you was a
Moors out,
Muslim.
all that shit.
You are a Muslim.
Hey,
You
big
are a
dog.
liar for life.
Hey, big dog. Hey,
Nah,
he
Smoke,
trying to
you
use
want to
you.
smoke? Why you
He
avoiding
trying to
answering the
use.
question, Smoke?
He
Do the
trying to
Bible
use you
say
for
we
a
God,
shield,
Smoke?
bro. You gonna have to mute
Now I'm
up
on
if
you,
you gonna
Hey,
have a
Smoke.
we know the
conversation with
Now
big
Moors
I'm
are
dog.
the
on you,
one that
Smoke.
Hey,
sold
big
us the
dog.
fuck out, like the
Hold
brother
on,
said.
Big dog.
And that nigga love that Moor shit.
hold on,
And like I said,
hold
all
on,
that shit is under a
hold on,
5016. Go ahead,
hold
brother.
on, hold on. Everybody build up.
It's
Go ahead,
good to let a
Smoke.
person talk.
Go ahead, Smoke. You got the flow, man.
Look, I was just trying to tell Big Dog, he trying to use him for a shield. Because when he first got up here, you asked him about them 1,000 year old white people, right? He avoided that whole scenario to bring up the Bible, and he know the Bible gonna trigger Big Dog. Anytime Big Dog get into a conversation about the Bible, that shit finna go all the way left. Every time, nigga, what's up with them? What's up with
That's
them
right.
400 year BC ass white people you talking about though? Them 1,000 year white people, what's up with them? Where they at? Where can white people be found 1,000 years ago here in the land of America? Let's deal with that.
I'm going to mute up on that one.
I know y'all gonna mute up on that one because
Can
y'all don't
I?
want to talk no history. But hold on, he asked me a question, and this is what I'm trying to say. See, I know you don't want to talk about history, Smoker Philly, because y'all never have in the history of y'all being on YouTube. The lady was talking about the Bible, and y'all always discourage people about the Bible and get mad, except for saying
The
simply,
Bible
look,
ain't history.
Aboriginal power. There you go, cutting people off again. That's how evil y'all is. Just tell me when your dumbasses is done. Y'all play that military game because both of y'all building the military. Just quit cutting each other off. Let's build.
Go ahead, nigga.
Yeah, I know. Let's just get some rules out here. Let's quit cutting each other off. Now, the Bible says in Genesis 1, verse 26, we are created in the images of gods. They created us. So they is plural. They mean gods is plural. And if we're in the images of gods, we are the gods. So the Bible is truth. It's just that ignorant people like that woman on the panel don't know how to read the Bible. I digress off that.
All right, well, let me ask you a question then. When you pick the Bible up and read that verse, that make you in the image of God. Know what you're saying? So anybody who reads the Bible and read that verse, that make them in the image of God. Because anybody who can read can pick it up and apply that verse to themselves.
Is that what you're asking me?
That's what I'm asking you, nigga.
Yeah, I'm saying that you and Philly have to be mentally an idiot not to read that verse right. It says you a God, dumbass.
Hold up, wait a minute. I'm gonna ask you one more time. Does
I
anyone who
answered your
pick up the
question for
Bible
you.
and
I
read that
answered it,
verse,
bro. I answered
bro,
it
is
for
you gonna
you.
let
You a
is you
dumbass
gonna
not
let
to
me
believe
ask?
that verse.
But hold on,
Hey,
hold on.
bro. Hey, bro. Wait a minute. Hold on. He asking
Mute
me.
up, bro.
He asking me.
Mute up, bro.
He asking
I
me
don't
for.
think you heard what he said. I don't think you heard what Smoke Signal said.
I'm asking you real clearly, brother. Anyone who picks up the Bible and reads that verse, does that make them in the image of God?
Man, I don't know. I know it made me a God when I read the verse. I said, "Oh, I'm in the image of that person." That super person. So that's saying that I can create my own future? Hell yeah. That's what it means to me.
Hold
Now
on,
you
bro.
tell me how it don't mean that. I answered your question, Smoke. Now when
Yeah.
you read that
Hold
verse,
on,
what
bro.
do it mean to you?
Hold on, bro. So according to that, you really don't know, right? You really don't know if you was a God before you read the verse. You really don't know if you was a God while you was reading the verse. You really don't know if you was a God after you read the verse then. According to your
Man,
logic,
the
right?
word God comes from that Bible. It's not written nowhere else outside that Bible. So everybody else that believe in God got it from that book, goofy.
I'm
Yeah,
not
he
the one
speaking
who
to the
able.
he's speaking to
Hold
the
on.
children
Nah,
of
you won't even let
Israel.
me ask a
Hold on,
question back,
dog.
and that's
Hold
evil,
up.
man.
Wait a minute.
Yes, I believe in
Wait
the
a minute.
Bible,
Hold
but if you
on.
don't believe in the
And like
Bible,
I
Hold
said,
on.
that's
Wait
why
a
people are
minute.
lost, because they believe in all this religious
Hold
shit
on.
that's
He's
connected to
speaking to
this
the
Hold
shit.
on.
children of Israel.
Wait a minute. Hold up. Y'all ain't gonna
I
let me put
can't
this
ask
nigga on
you
the
a
table.
question
Y'all
now. I
keep
can't ask
And
you a
interrupting me.
only
question
the
now,
children
Smoke.
of Israel.
Smoke, I
All right, look.
answered two of your
I
questions.
just
I
need a
want to ask
moment.
you a
I
question.
need a moment.
No, I want
I
to
need
ask
a
you a
moment of
question
your
now.
time
I want
so
to
I can
ask
put
you
this
a
nigga on
question,
the
Smoke.
table.
I answered two of your questions,
Hold
Smoke. Let me
on,
ask you a
hold
question.
on,
What's the question, man?
hold on, man. Hold on. Y'all doing too much. Y'all talking over each other, answer questions. What the hell going on?
Hey, Pete. He asked for respect and don't interrupt. Don't nobody interrupt him while he talking. But as soon as somebody else started talking, he fucking interrupts.
You asked me a question.
No, you said you wanted to ask me a question. Nigga, ask the damn question.
I can't because Aboriginal Power took control of his channel. And that's what y'all like to do is when a person come up here on a respectful conversation to going against y'all dumbasses, y'all know how to have a respectful conversation. I digress.
Go ahead, Ru. You got the floor. Ask the question you was wanting to ask. Respectfully.
All right, when you open up the first page of the Bible, it says Genesis 1, verse 26. We are created in the images of them. They, them made us in the images of God. To me, that's saying that I'm in the image of a God and I can create my future. Now, what does that mean to you?
That means that to me, that means that anyone who picks up the Bible and reads that first page is a God.
So why can't y'all
Is
say
that
that
what
to
it means?
dumbass black Christians? Why can't y'all say that to
Is that
dumbass black Christians that believe in the Bible?
wait,
Why y'all just got to keep calling them
is that
dumb and stupid except for showing them the verse that puts them into godlyism? Because y'all evil, my nigga. I digress.
Hey, P. Hey, what's up with your mans, man? Why he gotta get so emotional about every conversation? Every conversation ain't gotta be this hyperactive, bro. Like we can do this shit cordially, like really.
I thought we is doing it cordially, just how I'm talking because I'm dog walking you goofy motherfuckers, y'all mad?
No, nigga, you think that's what you think you're doing because you out talking to everybody, but actually you blowing a whole lot of hot air.
But we ain't cutting each other off, so it's all good now.
All right, well keep that same energy then, bro. Now, if anyone who picks up that Bible and reads that verse, Chinaman, Caucasian man, East Indian man, Australian Aborigine man, woman, man, child, fucking lion, a tiger. If anyone picks up that verse and reads it, do they become a fucking god, sir?
Yes.
That's not true.
Hold on, I know.
That's not
Okay.
Hold
true.
on.
Let me just get 30
Hold on,
seconds.
don't
Let me
worry
just get
about it.
30 seconds. I just want 30
Don't
seconds
worry
to answer
about
the
it.
question. I don't need that long. I don't need a
No, you
long
answered the
spiel.
question.
No,
You
I
already
didn't
answered the
answer the question.
question.
You can't tell me how
You
to answer
said
the
yes.
question. Give me 30 seconds,
You
bro.
said yes.
Quit being like that, y'all. Yes, it is because when you talk, that is a creation of your spirit. See, the word spirit means your breath. The word lungs is a phenom. So your phenom and your spirit creates your future, you God. I digress.
Bruh. I didn't ask for all the admin. But anyway, your
I
answer was
get
yes.
that the breath
Anyone
is the breath
who
of
picked
life for sure.
who was that? Who was that?
And that's a phenom. And that's a
Is that
phenomenal.
somebody? Am I being jumped on right now? Who the other voice is? Is
That's
niggas
me.
jumping me
That's
about the
Prince.
Bible?
No.
You about
I'm
something?
agreeing, but I'm just saying what he said about the breath. The breath is right about that. You got to breathe the breath of, breath of life in, and breath of life is the breath of God. But it's not written for everybody. The Bible is not written for everyone.
Okay,
It's
wait a
only
minute.
written for the children of Israel.
Okay, well then
Smoke,
hold on.
hold on real quick. Hey, Smoke, it's saying Peter, it's saying one of them verses in Peter for you to obey your heavenly master and your earthly master. And y'all niggas definitely doing it because y'all cooning like a motherfucker. Period.
You coon for
Hey,
50 years.
for
So
real
shut the
though.
fuck up. You was a 50-year-old
Hold up.
coon, and you
If
worse
you the
than any
God, then you
Christian.
the
Nah,
master.
hell no, because he the one who bowed down to Allah, and y'all have
Hey,
to get on your
AP,
knees 5 times a day
the
and say,
man.
yes, sir, white daddy.
AP,
You was
the
worse
man
than
though.
any Christian. You got on your knees 5 times a day and submitted to Allah
I
and put
went
your
against
ass in the air like your
Christianity, brother.
girlfriend.
I
Your
seen
Hey,
that
real
girlfriend's
white
quick.
ass
picture of
supposed to be in
Jesus
the air, not
and
Hold
yours,
up.
said that
Philly.
wasn't
Real
my
quick.
people.
That girl you're
Oh
next
no,
to,
I'm
her
I
ass
with
is
Real
seen
quick.
supposed to
right
be in
now.
the air,
I
not
seen
yours,
that white
Philly.
picture of Jesus and said that's not
Philly,
my
why was
people.
your ass in the air 5 times a day, nigga? Like a bitch, nigga, because you a Muslim.
Damn.
The
Quit
same way
talking
you've
about
been
everybody
turning
else,
into
my
chief
nigga. That's how y'all
with a
pray.
Moor. A
You
Moor is
submit
the
to
same thing
Allah
as
like
a
your
fucking
girlfriend
Muslim.
submitted to you, my nigga.
You're a
Your
fake ass
girlfriend
Arabian
submitted to
nigga.
you by
A
putting her
Moor
ass
is
in the air,
nothing
nigga.
like
Your
you.
girlfriend
It's the
submit to
same
you by putting her
motherfucking
ass
thing
in the
as a
air, nigga.
Muslim, you pussy ass nigga.
You mad at
That's
me
why
because
I
I'm
left
telling the
that shit.
truth,
Cause
nigga.
it discredits the women, you pussy ass nigga. I got a
Nigga,
wife and I
you
love
was
my
a
wife.
Muslim when
We've
you
been
met that
together
woman.
fucking 20 years.
Philly,
Pussy.
you
That's
was
why
a
you
married
fake
man
ass
and
nigga
you
can't
left
stay
your
in a
wife.
stable relationship.
You was
That's why
married
you
for
ain't
40
you don't
years.
have shit.
Man, see, you talk too much shit, Philly. Don't talk about
That's
Christians and
why
you
you
a
don't have
sorry ass
shit. That's
Muslim,
why
nigga.
you ain't gonna never
You
be
a sorry
shit.
nigga. Nigga, you was
You
married.
ain't
You
right.
got with that
Leave
woman
my
when you was
family the
18,
fuck
nigga.
out of it, bitch.
You got
Leave my
leave my
family
family
out
out of
of
it,
it.
you suck ass nigga. I'm a Moor. I'm a
I'm
Moor,
talking
nigga.
to
Quit
your
talking about my
punk ass
family,
root
bitch.
words. I ain't
Nigga, you
talking
a
to
punk
your
ass. You
family,
raped that woman when you was
bitch. I'm
18. When she
talking
was
to
18,
you.
nigga.
And I
I'm talking
always
to
talk
you.
about you,
I'm talking to you, nigga.
bitch. Then fuck you. That's
Bitch
like
ass
I'm saying.
rapist.
Leave
You
my
rapist.
family out of it.
You
Talk to
rapist. That
me.
woman you sitting next to, you raped her when she was 18 and you was married and you was already 40.
I
You rapist.
raped her.
Hey, man, come on with
You
all
raped
that.
that young
Hey,
ass
hey,
woman, boy, because
Root,
you a
hey, Root,
Muslim, nigga.
I raped your
dog.
mother. That's who
What
I
up, big
raped.
dog? Root, come on, bro, with all the R word, brother. Come on with that.
Should
That
we
was
not be
Let's
putting too much out there
go with
like that? Can we respect the
What the
brother on the
fuck
panel?
going
that
on?
went crazy.
Can we respect the brother on the panel? Can we respect? That's all I'm asking. Just give it the respect. We can all be hormonal. We can all get all this anxiety out of us, but we have to respect each other. Otherwise, we're never going to build and we're never going to get anywhere in this world. We keep going against each other. I land my plane.
Damn, I had that nigga ass against the ropes too. That's all right though. I get it next time. Hey, let me remind y'all though. Let me remind y'all real quick. If you ever see me in the forest wrestling a fucking bear, if you're not willing to help the bear, just please stay out of the damn argument. I'm landing right there.
Yeah, I just want to say, if I'm taking the shit and ain't no tissue in the bathroom, sit one next to the door. I'm gonna leave that right there.
boy, y'all ass is tweaking this morning, boy. Y'all ass is tweaking on my mama. Boy, y'all out here using all kind of all words and shit like that. Y'all niggas is just some demons. Y'all niggas just negative. Y'all toxic. Y'all toxic for the Aboriginal community. Y'all absolutely is, man. Y'all loose as fuck on this motherfucking panel. Boy, what the hell going on? Y'all ass is loose, boy. You better tighten up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Y'all ass, y'all niggas roddy. No, y'all need to take a breather for a second.
Nah, but I like you niggas though. That's why I come over here all the damn time. But
You
niggas just
know,
be tripping. Niggas
you know,
be
I'm
tripping when they want to trip.
with all the nigga babble. Like, come on, man. Y'all niggas, blah, blah, blah. Oh, hell no. I'm cool, man. I'm cool on that. 903 area code. You live talking to Aboriginal Power on the Wake and Bake Show. State your name and where you calling from.
Oh man, this is Mr. Skywalker, man. I'm from Tyler, Texas.
Mr. Skywalker, how you doing, brother?
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
I'm all right, cuz. How y'all doing, man? Much love to the panel.
All love.
I'm enjoying listening to the panel. And I just wanted to say something, man. I heard a discussion about the Bible and Quran, you know, and I've been studying it for a while. And I was studying Islam for like 20 years. One thing I know about Islam is that the Arabs lie. And when you want to understand the Quran or the Bible, you really have to go to the original language it was created in. right? Because people really don't know what the Quran is saying unless you really understand the Arabic. You know, one more other thing is that, you know, just by listening to you brothers and understanding Moors, a lot of the Islamic Moors, they call them Muslims and then they call them people Moors. You see what I'm saying? They're like, they're not differentiating between the two. They'll call them Muslims and they'll call them Moors. And the Arabs are also lying about the Prophet Muhammad because he was a melanated brother. And they have laws inside Islam is saying that you can't see the face of the Prophet Muhammad. But that comes from the Khazars. The Khazars integrated a lot of their teachings into Islam when it got polluted. So therefore, I mean, they're both cousins, man. To me, that's just my opinion. I'm not trying to be in debate with none of these brothers. It's just my opinion that they're just cousins, man. And that, you know, hey, when it all comes down to it, man, say, man, I'm from America. I don't care nothing about no Moors. I don't care about none of that, man. I'm just with my people. Where my people from, you know, that man, because today, discussing that stuff, you ain't really gonna get nowhere. If you don't make no money, you ain't getting nowhere with it.
Right.
That's my opinion. That's how I feel.
And I appreciate you for calling in too, brother. I appreciate you, man. Make sure you I appreciate you for calling in, man. We'll talk.
Thank y'all, man. Appreciate
See,
y'all.
Be safe, brother. Be safe. Peace. Shout out to that
that
brother.
was exactly my point. Exactly my point. You gotta be able to make a living.
Let me say this right quick. I used to go in and I get rid of all these religions. That's how I made my name and all these. All right. I'm not here to bash any one of their religions. All right. Because, you know, it's not going to separate or take you away from your bloodline, lineage, and who you are. All right. So that's another fight for another day. All right. My main objective and my mission statement is to wake my people up to light that fire inside of them, to start just getting on that path to understanding their true self, the knowledge of self.
That's right.
Hey, AP, can I say something real quick? Because that Bible does, you know, our people believe they a part of that Bible, and it does take off of the land that we on right now, because they're using that Bible as a fact to say we from Africa and all that other shit, and it takes us out of America. That's all I'm saying, brother. And that's what the system is doing. They're using religious dogma to take us off our land right here.
Yeah, why they trying to take you back
right
though?
They got it wrong though. You said it last time.
Perspective, I could look at it and see nothing but America in it. You see what I'm saying? What's up based off of perception? And so if you get a Pan-African perspective from the Bible, is because you get the perspective from a Pan-African. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it doesn't negate. You see what I'm saying? So
that's
what
all I'm saying, brother. I got you.
I'm not here to shit on no religion. Now, don't get me wrong.
Right.
Be my fair share of destroying them. Now, I do get wicked.
That's one of the aspects that's
I'm John Wick when it comes to these religions.
Indoctrinating our people.
I'm talking about Buddha, Hindu, Muslim. I don't give a damn. I am John Wick to this shit.
I'm with you, brother. I'm with you. No, I'm with you.
I got 3 questions for Hebrew, Hindu, Muslim, anything that they can't even answer. I got 3. It's just easy. They can't get around it. It's simple.
All those titles is basically keeping us in the system and keeping us uneducated. That's all I'm saying. You got it.
Well, like I said, everything has a duality too, brother. Big Dog Philly OG. We got to come to grips with that. When there's negative, there's a positive in everything.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I agree.
Only highlight the negative and not the positivity. You must come to grips with yourself and start highlighting those as well. You will feel more comfortable with the conversation at hand. But yeah, let's get to it though. We got Tyreek on this motherfucker. What up, Tyreek, man? What up, gang?
Hey, peace to the channel. This shit was crazy today. But
Peace,
Wow.
peace to Big Aboriginal Power. I always look at your videos. This should be crazy though with this whole like I was trying to get some information on like the Moors and the Indians and but then it turned into some wild shit and I don't even know what the fuck I can't even remember what my question was. But y'all
That's
don't think
right.
that this Bible shit y'all don't think this Bible shit does add a whole lot of confusion as to who we really are? Like, because I done heard too many different perspectives of, oh, somebody we from Africa and then we moved over there and then we came back to Europe and took over and then we went back. None of that shit makes sense.
That's
I think
right.
that the Moors got to be a different group of people. Because them niggas, if you look at the old, like the old artifacts and all them little statues and shit of like the black statues you see in Germany and France and shit, all them niggas look like they from Uganda or some shit. And that's not saying that we didn't have our own royalty over here, but I'm just saying that those people, I think that they made some kind of deal with them Europeans since. Like we already know we had trade over here. So I'm thinking they already knew about us and they had some trade going on with us. But then the white Spaniards trying to take over their land were like, okay, we'll give you Europe and we'll take fucking America, or some shit like that. But I don't know. That's just.
Hey, is he talking about the black nobility? You talking about the black nobility?
Basic, yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'm going into. I'm thinking that at some point, them people got with the white Spaniards or whatever, and basically that whole Berlin conference was between white people and black Moors. That's what I'm thinking.
And that's a damn shame.
That's just what my opinion is. I don't know any other like reason why these Moors would come out of nowhere. And this whole and the whole Moor Science Temple of America, they added even more confusion to the shit. Because they saying they Indians and African at the same time. How the fuck does that work?
No, I'm saying because didn't Columbus say? Didn't Columbus? I think Columbus in one of his captain's laws, he described one of the black Indians as Moors, right?
I mean, yeah, he does, but that might be just because he knew the Moors that was over there in Europe already.
Not only that, they got other literatures that goes into it. Like I'm about to pull some shit up that goes into the characteristics of the indigenous people here. We're gonna get into the book.
You can't see it on mine.
Because I just think that the depiction that we see of the Moors, they look different than us. They don't look like us. A lot of them niggas look like
what they were dressed like.
Like if you look at, they dress like fucking medieval motherfuckers. Like
the motherfucker with white.
I wish I could show a picture because
some of them the white boys with the wigs.
Yeah, just like
coats and.
No. I'm talking about black people in medieval like shit, like black people dressed up like knights and shit. But they all look like fucking that dude from Get Out. They all look like that nigga from Get Out though. Like they real dark. They got weird Africa faces and shit. They don't look like us. So that's why I think there's got to be some type of lineage difference between the Moors and us. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. That might just be looking too far into it, but I don't know.
Hey, so you're saying the Moor that they show that look like 50 Cent look like an African too? You're saying that the Moor that looked like what's that guy then that was on Tyra Banks's Next Top Model show? They got a Moor that looked like the little gay dude that was on that show. Those still are the same Moors.
Well, I mean, it's possible we got them.
But those still are our people. You gotta
I can see somebody.
When we conquered the lands, right? We took to the oceans. They took to the oceans as Moors because they started cutting through the ocean. That's what it means. They cut through the oceans. They moored through the oceans. So we took knowledge around the world. And yeah, they had kingdoms over in Europe. They had to sit on thrones and rule over people because over here we didn't have kingdoms. We had prince and princesses. That's all we had because everybody had land. Over there, they had to rule and claim the land and take it over for the Moors over here. But yeah, they got ran back out. I mean, it was hundreds and maybe thousands of years later before they got ran out of Europe. Now, of course, you're not going to stay in contact with your brothers and cousins over here. There was just confusion.
Would y'all politely would one of y'all brothers politely like to read what's on the screen?
I got it. What do you want me to start?
Go ahead, brother.
Let's go with the term Moro.
The term Moro, literally, Moor is commonly used when referring to an ancient Indian of the valley and the village. A Moro is a heathen, an unbaptized Indian, and expressions like "in the time of the Moors" are frequently heard when discussing the history of a region. With the words how you pronounce that? Rayano. People refer to Indians who were born in the time of the Spanish break. Damn.
Vice-generous. That's vice-generous.
Vice-generous.
Vice-regency. Yeah, vice-regency.
Vice-regency. Okay, vice-regency. And as some of them had acquired time of the Spanish, I read that, and some of them had acquired fame as couriers or shamans, they are still often remember the term Moro and whatever that term is. Okay, so
so I feel like that's a descriptive term. That's a descriptive term. That's not necessarily talking about who I'm talking about.
It is though.
You see what I'm saying? Like that sounds like them describing them.
No, what I'm saying is it's literally the same people. You see what I'm saying? The most ancient people would have been the ones that would have and became the British people that would have been returning. The most ancient people in the valley referred to literally means Moor. Not the ancient people of any land. The ancient Indian Pacific means Moor.
So that was the oldest descriptive term of Indians is Moor?
Absolutely.
Is that what we're saying?
Don't that term go back to medieval times too, right?
According to their definition.
So you're saying that so basically Moor, Indian, and Aboriginal can be interchangeable. So, but those
I'm saying is the word. Yes, what I'm saying is the word Moor, Aboriginal, and Indian is all interlinked. The word Aboriginal stands to the first land. The word Moor describes the ancient Indians, which means the oldest Indians of the land. It's literally within the definition.
Okay, I got that. So we all so all of that is the same people. Even the people that we saying sold us out that went over there to Spain.
Absolutely.
You got Indian groups that sold you out.
Hold on. Hey, listen. This is how they muddy up the waters, though, OG. When they speak of these Moors, when they speak of an Aboriginal, when they speak of an Indian, when they speak of a Negro, when they speak of Black, these terms should automatically click in your mind like, oh, we should go to a Pacific. So these are descriptive terms and time period. So within chronology order, this is how these descriptive terms was laid out in chronology.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
I know I heard.
I guess I can.
Go ahead.
There's other terms that you was called to once you left out of your so-called land. You see what I'm saying? It just happens like it. It happens like it. You understand me?
A
lot of people don't
thought that the more.
Go ahead.
I was just saying. I thought all the Moors was really like some African squatters, because a lot of them, like especially from the more science people of America, they done got in trouble so many times, just taking people's houses and shit, just living in the houses, saying that we have the right to this house because. So I'm thinking that's the same type
that's
shit.
That's not true though. That's not true. Some people, but Some people, but you still have some. You got some
I'm
Moors
saying
that
you
still
can't
claim
deny
their
that there's
house
been people
outright.
that's gotten arrested for that shit.
Yeah, you're gonna have
Yeah.
some. They don't know how to defend themselves in court when it comes to that type of shit. You got to be able to defend yourself. Once you start to claim this shit in commerce in public, you're gonna have to know how to defend yourself if anybody come against you. That's why you got to be prepared. Some of these niggas just going off of trying to just do it basically and not trying to study.
That shit got Korean killed, man.
See,
yeah, it did, but guess what? Her kids got paid just like she said for the rest of her life. Goddamn. 30 million or some shit like that.
That's why I get real like weird.
Now, if she would have went in
This
there as
conversation
black
gets
on
real
paper, they
weird when
would
we
have
talk
probably gave her
about like
5 million.
Wait a minute, hold up, y'all kind of losing me. Look,
Everybody mute up. Everybody mute up.
Is y'all saying that niggas is Moors? Hello?
I don't say that. I don't
I
think
say that
so.
the so-called
I mean,
American Negro is the Moor. The
I can
so-called
only hear
American
one of y'all.
Negro is
I
the
want to hear
Moor.
one of y'all.
The
I'm not
so-called
saying
American
that.
Negro.
Listen, hold on, one at a time, y'all.
I'm
Hold on.
saying it.
Hold on, brother. Hold on, Justice. I got you. I'll let you get it in just a second, brother. I got you. I'm saying that the literature and the research that I've came up with points that the indigenous people, the original people, was classified as various different terms. And I went through the terms that they was classified. If anybody's up to debate that, we can get a philosophy right now.
Nah, I ain't gonna debate that one because I know I heard black
Right.
people described as Moors a lot, and that was that Martin Lawrence movie. Was it a
I'm
Night
trying
Club?
to
When that caucus oil called him a Moor, he was just describing another
Black
black
Knight.
man, right?
Yeah, that was Black Knight.
Yeah, Black Knight. Black Knight.
I mean, I got literature, so we can use movie references as well. So I got overwhelming sources to go
I'm
into.
just trying to figure out what the link is between us.
Not only that, you got some of your ancestors that sat on government seats that were also classified as Moors. But before the republic got overthrown.
I mean, I have people on both sides of my family with the last name Moore, but
let me ask you a question. Then. You saying that they were sitting on them seats as Moors?
Yeah, but they were still a part of like the Iroquois and all that stuff. But yeah, they were Moors too.
So
see, I thought those were people that took over the
me
Confederacy after the Spain came in.
Wait a minute, that kind of gives me the inclination that was the first sign of a sellout there, because if you go from one thing to become a Moor to have a government seat, that shit seemed kind of suspicious to me.
But no, listen though. But you still had the Freemasons. You have the Freemasons that sold Indians out too. That were
No. That ain't what happened. They didn't
and I
go
thought
from
that shit came from the Moors.
They didn't go from Indian to becoming
no.
Moors.
The Moors are Masons.
Moors
They're
to
Masonic.
becoming
Yeah,
Indian.
the Moors are Masonic, but they're not Freemasons. They didn't separate themselves from the God. What the Freemasons did, separate themselves, collected all the Moorish knowledge, hold it in the temples, and to the day of we waking up and knowing who we truly are, the knowledge get given back to us. But the bottom line is that, yeah, dude, we've been overthrown so many ways. It's just unbelievable. I just think that we have to just concentrate on what we're trying to go with this shit. We know what we've been overthrown. We know that we are the Moors. We know that we are the Indians. We know that we're the Aborigine. We know that we're all that. Any name that refers to the original man, that's us. And anywhere we took civilization everywhere.
See, but I feel like doesn't Moor take you out of the land? Wouldn't it take you out? Because what is all this Morocco shit?
Yeah,
because we get the Morocco shit too with the Moors.
That's indoctrination. I'm gonna keep it real.
The Americas back in the day was called the Al Maghrib Al Aqsa, Morocco of the Far West. That's what it was called. You talk to some of these Arabs and go to these motherfucking Arab stores and you tell them niggas that, and they be like, "Yeah, we know." When you tell them this is Morocco of the Far West, they know that shit.
I'm going to see to ask that.
All you gotta do.
This is why I really think that there's some.
Oh, hold on. All you gotta do is look up when Morocco was established, the Morocco that we call it today. And then go and look up when Morocco was historically talked about. Okay. you're gonna have the understanding that okay, well,
So
where
is
was
it? So
Morocco
let me
was
ask you this, because is this?
where was it at? That's what we gotta propose.
So let me ask this, because like this is because I feel like a lot of this comes from that MSTA shit. Because I always thought that
Nah, this ain't
the
coming from no.
Moors,
This,
like Morocco.
that's what I'm trying to tell you. We're distinguishing the information that comes from the MSTA and other Aboriginal, what you would call Aboriginal Moors. There's a difference.
Right. Absolutely.
Okay,
Absolutely.
all right. That's what always confused me, because I always, the first time I heard of the Moors is with the MSTA and the fucking what's his name,
Or
the prophet or whatever,
Noble Drew
you
Ali.
talking about Prophet Noble
the
Drew
Circle
Ali?
7 book,
Yes, sir.
Noble Drew Ali and Marcus Garvey and the NOI and all of that. That's where I see the whole Moorish
No,
thing,
we kind of far.
and
We kind of
so
far beyond
that's what
that.
always.
No,
We
I
kind
want
of
to
far
know. I want
beyond
to
that.
know. I want to know though. What's the difference between the other Moors and the Aboriginal Moors? Like,
Now, from my best knowledge is that
See,
because we brought law and order to the land, we had L's and Bays ruling the land, and these were titles. These are titles that we gave ourselves. Our chiefs with the
Listen, this is
headdresses were
from
L's.
this particular charge from Bureau of Affairs. I can go to their website and go and look this up. It document what Indian tribes was in the Delaware area and earlier arrivals is a document. At the top, it lists Moors
okay, so
as
was
an
it the only group? Was it the only group being identified as Moors at that time? Because I ain't from nowhere around them.
as an
Them
Indian
definitely said
as an Indian
The
tribe.
Carolinas,
Now, what you got to understand is a lot of the so-called tribes from the Delaware, South Carolina, Virginia area was also taken out to Europe as well. There's documentation of that as well.
okay, for clarity. For clarity. So it is cool for a nigga to identify as a Moor, since there is some historical content to
that's a
support that narrative.
But
that's
hold on. Before you
affirmative.
went,
That's
what I'm saying
affirmative.
is, if it's okay
Hmm.
for you to, if it's okay for you to accept a descriptive term, right, that the Europeans placed on you, then it's okay for someone else to accept another one. If you accept one, you can't argue about another one. Someone accepting another one. That's contradicting. It's a one-way street, if you will. So yes,
No,
all
no, no. That wasn't. I wasn't trying to argue that. I was just saying, was it? I mean, since there's some historical accuracy to the term, then it would be all right for a nigga to identify as a Moor. I mean, it wouldn't be.
okay. So listen, I showed two different documentations. One of them saying that the ancient Indians, which is the oldest Indians, were referred to Moors, and I have an Indian Bureau of Affairs chart that documents Indians, Moor as an Indian on record in Delaware.
as an Indian tribe. Okay, all right. I mean,
Okay,
but
so
see, but I feel like that's talking about like three different people, three different groups of people.
Can you explain?
So, one, you showed the Moor, which was a territory or a tribe of people. Then we
Right.
have with them.
A tribe of Indians, and then I showed you a definition where the term Moor was referred to ancient Indians.
I can't hear
so
this
who's that
breaking up.
third? Who's that third group? Then? We got a tribal Moors, and we got everybody Moors. Then who is the third Moors? Like,
So yeah, we got the tribe of
Well,
Moors, the everybody Moors,
hold on.
and then the Spanish
Who said
Moors.
it was three? Who said it was three?
No,
he
I
said it
was
was
saying
three.
that it sounds like that you're talking about three different.
Well,
It
well, you
sounds
got to
like we're
understand
talking about three different people.
these same Spanish people.
Remember the
These
Bay.
Spanish people mixed in with the people that was occupying Europe. So of course, if they was mixtures, which is what the word Spanish, when we get into what Spanish is, right? When we get into Al-Andalus and invasion of that particular area, we'll understand that these people mixed in with the so-called indigenous peoples that was there. You got people that were deliberately took from Virginia and over there and was classified Moor. This was displayed all throughout Europe and Amsterdam, all throughout it. These people deliberately came from Virginia.
Okay, well, they're best to ask this one final question. We understand by the historical account that the Moors ran their dumb ass up in the Iberian Peninsula and went to conquering and civilizing the people who they said was already there, right? So if we are the Moors, then that would mean that we was the ones, that our ancestors is the ones that actually did this.
They actually did what?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Going up into the Iberian,
my bad, brother. Prince, I got you. I just want to hear the question again. I didn't hear him. So can you repeat that again? I apologize.
My question was that if we was actually the ones identified as Moors, then we would be the ones who ran up into the Iberian Peninsula and conquered and civilized those people that was inhabiting that area at the time.
Well,
the North African people.
Let's get into it.
Well, look, you remember we conquered all the bays.
Hold on, Prince Justin. Let me get it in real quick. I got you. According to my documentations, which I'm about to pull up again, those areas of Africa was highly depopulated when we entered in those particular areas. I can pull that up as well, Smoke. You know I'm about to. Hold on.
Yeah, I was about to say I need to know when, because like for instance, like we talking about like Othello.
What Aboriginal power is showing,
for instance, when William Shakespeare wrote this book about the Moorish king, Othello.
Look at all these people up here. We use etymology, y'all. So quit listening to people that ain't gonna show y'all nothing. Like Aboriginal is showing y'all something. When y'all look up the word Brooklyn right here, look, the word Brooklyn is city, the city of kings. When y'all look up the city of kings, the city was called Moorland, was called the Moors. That city, the city is called Moors. The city belonged to the Moors. So anytime you hear anything from Brooklyn dealing with the bricks that come off the rivers and king cities, you dealing with the Moors. Now you can't put nothing like that to Africa. And now when you go to the Rakunde Moors that my brother was talking about, 1 second, the Rakunde Moors, all you got to do is look up capitals of USA, because we know a lot of niggas don't read. You know what I'm saying? We know that for a fact. A lot of niggas don't read. So they switched our history up. And all you got to do is Wikipedia some easy ass shit. 1 second. It's going to take 30 seconds. When you look up the state of New York, when you look up the first beginnings of New York, it wasn't called New York at the beginning. In the 1500s, they called that. My fault. Go ahead. I'm not going to even hate on your parade. My fault, my brother. Go ahead, brother.
No, I'm just piggybacking off what you said, brother. It was not called New York. It was called Amsterdam. You see what I'm saying? And that place that we call New Amsterdam today was called York. They literally did the switcheroo. Literally.
They have to hide it. Once you start going looking, they have to already have hidden it. Just like in the Bible too, they got to already have hidden it. You know what I'm saying? So I'll just leave it at that.
So I think my confusion is coming in the whole group of people versus like just a descriptive term of everybody, because they've called us Ethiopians, they called us Moors, they called us Negro, they called us Indians, they called us now African American and Black. So
and I can understand that, brother Tyreek. And listen, that's going to be, and that's part of the confusion, which is the conglomerate of classification changes on the indigenous peoples of this land. So yeah, I can understand your confusion, but once you understand that each classification has its time frame and its own time frame where it was effective and social and political, then you can have an understanding where it was based out of, who it was pertaining to, and who. Once you understand who it's pertaining to, and then you understand these other classifications who they're pertaining to, you'll start understanding they're literally mentioning the same people. For instance, Moro, Indian, Aboriginal, word Indian was applied to Aboriginal. The term Negro was applied to the Indian. The term Negro was applied to color of African American, so forth, so on. We can identify who they're speaking about if you can identify the descriptive terms and who they're describing. Okay.
But when you say moral, my brother, and the word Moor, that's specifically like when we say the Mississippi River, the people from the Mississippi River, as soon as they went west and hit the Pacific Ocean, they became Moros because the Moro Islands and the Grito Islands, the East Indies, and then when you go from Mississippi River to New York and jump in that Atlantic Ocean, you're gonna go to the Moors. You're gonna go to the West Indies. But all that shit originated in America. The Indies originated in America. The Moors originated in America. All that shit. Y'all be trying to I'm not too bad power, but a lot of people be on here be trying to put us to the woods. They don't be trying to put us to greatness because that nigga A1, as much as we don't get along, he showed me greatness out of Indians. He showed me Indian pictures all through America sitting behind Rome. So quit digressing our information and step it up because they're hiding our shit. Without aggression.
I want to read a little bit of this literature right here. It says that the idea that Europeans who introduced civilization to Africa is one of the biggest historical myths. In fact, evidence from archaeology, oral history, and traditional languages and cultural practices strongly indicate that it was the South American Indians who introduced civilization to Africa some 7,000 years ago, long before the Greek and Roman civilization emerged. South American Indians who introduced civilization to Africa, thereby making Africa the second continent to become civilized. And that's just one small set of literature that I have to go into this. I have overwhelming sources that goes along right with this, piggybacks. I even have archaeologists and anthropologists that goes into the same detail. Okay. So these ancient Indians would have been referred to as Moors, according to historical understanding. The ancient Indians were referred to Moros.
Now, but okay.
So, but when you say that ad power, that was the people on the west side of the Mississippi because them was the people connecting or somehow had some weird shit going on with the people in the Pacific Oceans. And it's truth to that because there's like 20 islands called the Moro Islands, and them people look just like us. So it's showing that there was a connection on both sides of the Atlantic and Pacific, but don't nobody want to make us that great. They always want to put us to one particular place, another particular place, and forget that the capital and the greatness came from Americas. But I digress.
Hold up, this what I was just thinking when he said that. Because we know we accepted a lot of names, right, or a lot of classifications that we really didn't call ourselves. Were we under the impression that we were Moors, or did someone come along and just name us Moors after something else?
My opinion of it, I like how you say opinion. My opinion of it, when you look at Brooklyn, that was the place that all the Europeans used to come over here. That's the place where all the Europeans used to come over here, whatever color they was, and do trade and barter with us. And then they had some indentured servants, slaves, whatever the hell we call them. And they came over here and did some indentured serving everything. I just think Brooklyn was the main hub of international port. And that's why they call it like a moor, because that's like your car keys. Before trains, planes, and automobiles in 1950, you had to have a mooring rope to start your car up, to start your boat up, to get it off the docks and put it into the ocean and into the rivers. And if you didn't have a mooring rope, you wouldn't even get back. You wouldn't even park your boat if you know anything about boats. But the mooring rope was really an Aboriginal law. That's why I love they stuff when they talk about matriarch, because that's my understanding of the moor is the matriarch.
Hold up, according before we go to the matriarch,
come out your mother. The matriarch is when you come out your mother and you are connected to the umbilical cord. You are connected to the umbilical cord. That's the mooring rope. But I'll digress off that.
Bro, you introducing a lot of information and you refraining from being questioned on it. What I want to ask you that is, if more by your description denotes a certain type of function or performance, then it wouldn't be based on a bloodline, huh?
Who says that?
Well, he was just saying, because if the people was identified as Moors and everybody wasn't performing their capacity.
There is not no name in America that has more.
hold on, Ru. If you ain't providing no source, you can't take it for that much credibility, buddy. You see what I'm saying? I'm not the one saying this. I'm pulling up what definitions is saying. I'm pulling up what some of these records is saying. I'm just perspective.
See,
I'm just
if
adding.
I'm still trying to figure out.
If they're
You're talking
saying more,
about
just one
so the
second,
Moors.
genealogy. Let's get the genealogy. Let's get the genealogy real quick that all the
Hold on,
Indians use.
Ru. Hold on. Let them get their question in real quick.
Right. I was basing.
Okay, wait.
I was basing it on what Root Word asserted, because he was saying something like more in a row, doing other type of activities.
That's
what you were saying.
I'm dealing with the root. Anything that have to do with the word more and this deep kind of understanding of by definition later on, I'm not here to vouch for that, because we know that these colonizers will demonize a term of group of people that they have classified. Period. You see what I'm saying? The word Choctaw. Did you
And when
know
they
that?
get the genealogy, there is no word used in names more than the word more. When you get, like, say there's 1,000 names in America, at least 20 of them or 50 of them got the name Moore in it. All genealogy, when it comes to the word Moore, 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 Moors, Gilmore, Wilmore, all them names is genealogy to America. So when y'all take more outside of genealogy, y'all cursing yourself. Y'all doing something very evil. But I digress off that.
Yeah, I can't lie. Most of my family members on both sides got the last name Moore. They come from North Carolina. But I don't see how that makes us connected to the Spanish who came through and attacked us.
The Spanish.
Like we got a lot of documentation of the Spanish coming in and taking over, but we also say in that same time that the Spanish was controlled by the Moors. So that would mean that those same people came in and wiped out a lot of, or not even wiped out, but enslaved and went to war against a lot of the people, especially where my family from in North Carolina and Virginia and places like that.
I just don't think that them stories be all the way narrated right, because, like my brother 111 Truth, he opened my eyes up to a lot of stuff showing white chattel property or white indentured servitude, what they call the Slavs and everything. So we might have to look at all that history about a country that's the size of Ohio doing a lot of things that they said they did. That's all I'm saying, my brother.
I mean, because I've heard stories of, like people like Sir Walter Raleigh actually being black, and people like even Columbus himself being black, or people like that. So that's what I'm saying is, like, where would these white invaders get their power from? It would have to be from these Moors.
It was a Moor on Moor war.
I don't know.
And that's what I used to say too, that I don't know, and I don't have it all the way figured out. I just know there's a lot of confusion in there. I know there's a lot of confusion in there, and they're hating on that we was in America doing some balling ass shit until the late 1800s. And some of us might have been church property. Some of us might have been all that shit them stories is, but the majority of us on the other side of the Appalachian Mountains was doing some shit so great. And in Mexico and all them places down there, they withheld all that information from us, and we got to go find that shit. But I digress.
Right.
I agree. But listen,
I mean, everybody in my family with the last name Moore, they all had land. They always had land, always had money, always had businesses. So, I mean, I don't know what that means. Like that's why I was always so confused, whether or not, like, these people are indigenous to here or European or all of that.
Once you start looking into any of your ancestral last name, you'll start understanding that they come from money. You'll start understanding when they introduced these banking systems, they needed your ancestors to bring their gold. They took your ancestors' gold, formulated, put their stamp on it, and stored it in Kentucky at Fort Knox, and created this whole government enterprise that is now colonizing our system. But listen, man, this was a dope ass bill, man. I really appreciate y'all brothers for coming on. Really, I want to say thank y'all brothers for popping on the panel, man. I really enjoyed this. Shout out to the sisters that came on and maybe even had their little tobacco It got cleared up. So shout out to everybody in the chat. We got my brother Darvis Baylock on here, man. I appreciate you for coming through. I know you didn't get to say too much. Maybe I'll let you get the floor right now before we get out of here, brother. Unmute yourself and take the floor, brother. Darvis.
How you doing? Peace. I don't want to say peace to the panel.
Peace.
Hello.
Peace.
I know a lot of us do a lot of research in this Christian empire. Before there was a Christian empire, it was the Moorish empire. The Moorish empire fell to the Christian empire, and it was an empire. We did trade all over the world. Most of the stuff we traded came from here, the Americas. During different times, we took on different names. We got to make sure we understand the difference between a nationality and tribal affiliations, because that can throw us off sometimes.
Hey, what was the capital of the Christian and the Moorish empire? Where was the capital? Like, today they say the capital of this empire today in the Western Hemisphere is Washington, D.C. It don't run shit. It's just the capital because that's the kick-ass place. You know what I'm saying? That'll go help out everybody. So back in the day when you're saying the Moors was in power and then they got took over by the Christians, where was the capital of these places at?
That's a good question, man. I would say based on my belief,
my brother. USA, my brother.
I would say the Americans. Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay, then so the Christians didn't take over nothing. The Muslims didn't take over nothing. They're hiding that we was the capital.
The reason they call them the Bible Belt is because some of the oldest forms of the Bible and Hebrewic and Commandment Hebraic language has been found in the South.
Right here.
What you talking about, ab power? What you talking about, ab power? That was deep, bro. That was deep.
I'm just saying though, like when we start looking at a lot of this shit, like when you look at Christianity and the stories that compel you, which often is the Jesus story and how him giving up his life to sacrifice himself for so many various people, it can get misconstrued. I've showed y'all several different times that even in the Popol Vuh, you got images of Kukulkan or Quetzalcoatl being put on a cross, and as a matter of fact, he's carrying a cross up a hill. And not only that, it shows him being killed and slaughtered and speared with a knife or with a sword in his side, just like that they give you in Jesus Christ. These are all romanticized stories and basic traditions that was happening in America from Buddhist sin down Indian style. Indian style is from America. That's Aboriginal style. When you go back to Olmec figurines, they sit exactly like Buddha sit. Exactly.
Yeah, that was deep. And then there's
most of these stories, you gotta understand, most of these stories and these teachings came from the Americans. You got other countries, other nations that came around and studied the Americans and the people of America. And they took these teachings, these other lands, and they may fix the names up or whatnot, but it's basically the same teaching.
And if y'all ever look, I love how I have power, and I gotta say A1 too. And a lot of people stick to Mexico because I understand the power of Mexico before United States of America. And like he brought up the Bible Belt and a lot of stuff down there on the cross. If y'all look at an island called the Island of Mothers, the Isle of Mother, the island of women, it's an island off the coast of the Yucatan, and it's the first place where the sun come up that they had a luxury. So if you could put the first place where the sun comes up, and then you put an island that's made in the principle of a pregnant fish, and then it's the land of mothers, and then before Yahshua, before Jesus, I don't know, I think it might have been Jesus. So there's a lot of connection with Mexico and Americas in that Bible, but I digress, man.
Well, I appreciate y'all.
I just want to leave you with this though. I'm confirming some of what y'all was saying about J.A. Rogers places the black man, the dark man in three places: Asia, Africa, and America. And I'm gonna leave that with that.
Right. And listen, and shout out to AJ Rogers, J.A. Rogers. Shout out to Ivan Vincermo. Shout out to Ivan Vincermo as well. I take those particular brothers and their attributes and what they brought, and I went farther with it. They proposed a question. I gave the answer. They also proposed, did we come from Africa as well? They also alluded that Olmecs came from Africa as well. They propose it in the form of a question, and like I said, I'm here to answer that. There's no shape, form, or fashion that Olmecs nor any groups came from Africa, nor did they have any African practices, culture, or traditions.
It all depends on. Did y'all mummify y'all dead? Did the Aboriginals mummify their dead?
As a
Yes,
matter of
we ain't
fact,
gonna
the
never let this
Aboriginal.
nigga get out of here.
As
We
a
ain't gonna
matter of
never let him
fact,
get out of here.
as a matter of fact, the Aboriginal people in America was the first people to have mummies and also have the oldest mummies. We have the oldest pyramids. We have the oldest form of metallurgy. We have the oldest mounds. We have the oldest sophisticated roads and highways. We have the oldest sophisticated languages. We have the oldest forms of jury. We have the oldest forms of building and urban community and transportation and sanitation. Like I can go on to tomorrow to tell you what we was the first at, brother. And I have documentation to prove it and back it up right now. I'm just not going to do it right now because I'm about to get the hell up out of here. But I will.
And we the first people with lights. So that's godly when you make the first light and electricity. We the first who made the spark plug. We was young Sparky out in this motherfucker. We made the spark plug. Everything need the spark plug. We was sparking everything up around here.
They had shit called solar fire starters. So they would set up automatic fire starters in a certain time of the day. They knew the sun was going to hit it and it would start the fire automatically. It's called a solar fire starter. They used to use these all the time. This was done almost 5,000 years ago. That's some of the earliest civilizations known to man.
Don't forget astrology.
Man, astrology.
Benjamin Banneker and the Almec, we right. Benjamin Banneker and the Almec made the astrology.
Astrology was one of our main things. We created. Our Aboriginals went to places like Montana, and they have low light pollution in the sky. And they will set up observatory buildings that rotate at a 360 degree. You understand what I'm saying? A building that rotates at 360. Oh my God!
Tell them about tell them about the floating walkway. The electric walkway.
Man, we created something that's called a travelator. It's a sidewalk that automatically moves you down the street. You don't have to walk a lick. It takes you down the street. It's called a travelator.
What's that shit called again?
We
bro?
are the gods, man. Gotta say that. We are the creators, man.
Travelator. They first destroyed it in 1889 during the Chicago World's Fair. Is when they took up last evidence of it. So, like I said, I can get into all the bills of what they try to hide and destroy based off of your inventions and innovations. If y'all would like a bill like that dedicated to that, I will do that for you guys. I have no problem doing that.
I would like to see one.
I have no problem doing that. I think that'll be a dope bill that I can lay out some information, get some of the brothers and sisters on again, and we'll chop it up about what I present for you guys. So with that being said, make sure y'all be safe.
Everybody but Flood. Don't bring her ass back up in it.
Shout out to the sister. I ain't gonna show no hatred, man. We don't show no hate. Hey, but motherfuckers do be getting out of line though. My mama's mama, nigga.
I love her too. I love her, but like, goddamn.
Yeah, she a lot. Cool it down, sister. Come back and see us. Shout out to my brother 111 True, Tyreek B, Root Words. We got Justice Prince. We got Sister Bethy Darvis. Man, I appreciate y'all, man. Make sure y'all be safe. Get work, stay vigilant, stay dangerous, man. Make sure y'all support the channel before we get out of here. I cooked up a nice one for y'all today.
Great bill.
Peace,
Great
y'all.
bill.
Sister Bethy, you know what it is.
Great bill. Very insightful.
I'm glad y'all ain't liked it, man. I'll see y'all later.
See, my life is cut. Salute to you. I'm not giving up yet. If you with me, time to place up your bet.
God damn it.
Running back, got niggas who ran. When we caught his ass, got caught in that jam.
Have a good one, OG. And everybody hit the like, subscribe. Thanks for having me up, Ad Power.
I can feel it coming. I can
all
feel it
love,
feeling in your stomach, you can feel it coming. Yeah, you can feel it coming. Fake love, it's fake you in your face, love.
That snake you in your face, love. I told my brothers we gon' make it, that's how God wrote it. And the snake gon' show his face, cause that's how God wrote it. Too much fake love, that snake you in your face, love. Your face, love. That snake you in your face, love. I told my brothers we gon' make it, that's how God wrote it. And the snake gon' show his face, cause that's how God wrote it.
Step back and look at my situation for what it was. You know, I didn't look at my life like it was a movie. I had to look at all the moving parts. So I could really understand what it was. You know, they say love make you blind. Yeah. I'm introverted. I don't talk to niggas cause I'm constantly serving. I got a trap on top of my bed, I got a murder. Echoes of the block, the streets wanna murder. This shit come with burdens. The streets wanna murder. Streets wanna murder. I told you that this thing of ours, it come with burdens. This shit come with burdens. This shit come with burdens. This shit come with burdens. Paint the city red. All the shit I seen replaying in my head. Heard the streets talking, so we called them boys instead. Block wanna murder and they called winner the feds. And I pray they would. Thought it was right, but really, niggas were crooked.
Tap in, Aborigines. Tap in, tap in. All Aborigines tap in.
I know the streets listen when I talk, I can't abuse it.